Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Superior Adventures Guild. My name is Dave, your humble dungeon master and host and pal, and I'm here today for a special one-shot, which is actually a sequel to a different one-shot, so I guess that makes it a two-shot. I don't know how the math works on that, but I do think that's 2 games in the Bright Desert. Very excited to get into it. There's been some challenges that our party has faced in the past, and we're going to see if this team can survive the challenges that are thrown at them. And speaking of team, my friends, I want to introduce you to these wonderful people that have joined me today on a wonderful Saturday afternoon or evening, depending on where you are, Shiv, and to play some D&D. So thank you all for being here, guys. Really appreciate it. Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you. Hello.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure as always.
Hell yeah. Great to have you all back. Let's go around the virtual tabletop here and please introduce yourself. If you've got something that you're working on that you want to plug, please do so. And then give us a little introduction into your character, name, class, sort of what their vibe is, a little bit of a sense of who they are. And we'll have some opportunity to delve into more of their backstories. But yeah, let's go ahead and start with Shiv.
Hello, everybody. I'm Shiv. You can find me everywhere at IOShiv, and I shall be playing the monk Dan Kedrener, who is a lover, a fighter, a gambler, and an all-round great guy. So we'll see how we get on. So yeah, that's me.
Great to have you back, Shiv, and thanks for connecting in from over the pond. It's always a pleasure. Yeah.
This is London calling. Hello, London calling.
Exactly. I love it. Oh, and thank you, Rinny the Pooh, for dropping in some bits already. We've got a community advantage. If I don't know if someone can keep track of that. Maybe Shiv, if you don't mind keeping track of the community advantages. We've got one that just came in from Rinny Pooh. Thank you so much. Let's jump over to Jose. Welcome back.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Jose. You can find me on the socials, mostly Twitter, at Jej Ortiz Art. That's Jej Ortiz Art. I am a longtime D&D player. Just started streaming in the past couple of years, and I am working as an illustrator in the TTRPG industry. Currently, commissions are open. Yeah, I'll be playing Lonan the Oleander. He is a druid of the Old Faith. He is from the Bright Desert, from one of the tribes that he got kicked out of his tribe for reasons unrevealed, and is now leading, or was leading, some adventurers into the Bright Desert when they were killed or captured. So that's where I'm starting off.
So great to have you back, Jose. And just to further plug Jose's artwork, if you've been watching our Heroes of Greyhawk campaign, you're about to see some amazing artwork that we commissioned Jose to do for us. I'm so excited. But if you caught the first episode of our Lost in the Bright Desert show, Jose had done a bunch of character art for all of the players, and it was so freaking good. Such a wonderful surprise, and it added a lot to the game. So thank you so much for that. It's definitely an inspiration. The creativity of this whole community is really, really cool, and I love connecting with people who bring that to the table. So thank you so much. Let's jump over to Omar. Hey, welcome in, man.
Hey y'all, my name is Omar, aka Flizzard. Just a humble actual player hanging around doing his own thing. Not many projects going on right now, but today at the Bright Desert, I will be playing Demont Iseric, a wandering cleric who's kind of more of a snake oil salesman combined with wannabe frontier medicine junkie. So we'll see how that goes.
That's awesome. I love that. And of course, Fliz and I had the opportunity to play together in Bleak's Blade Runner game a couple of months back, and just had a blast with that. So I'm really excited to have you back here on the Guild Superior channel. And someone that is definitely not a stranger on the Guild Superior channel, although in costume you might have wonder who that half-orc barbarian is. But that is our friend Vamp Wickman. Vamp, welcome back, my friend.
Well, thank you for having me. Let's keep the streak going of you killing me. Why fight fate, right? I mean, the numbers look good. I usually end up in a pool of my own blood, and I keep coming back, so maybe there's something wrong with me. glad to be back from Gary Con. That was a fantastic adventure that we went on. I got to play in a game with Dave where I kept trying to advertently or inadvertently kill his character during the game.
It's true.
He ran a sweet Ravenloft game where he killed most of us. It was horrific and wonderful and lovely, and it was just a good time at Gary Con. I got to hang out with a lot of friends, and we had an amazing time, and it was the biggest and best ever, and next year is going to be even grander. Today, I am playing Tagros the Barbarian. I'm a barbarian from the Southlands. I'm a tough guy. I don't want to go too much into how I got to where we got to, but suffice to say I was hired by a fancy elf, a noble, if you will, in bright, fancy, shiny silks. Hired a bunch of us to go into this nasty desert. I don't know what was up with that, but he thought there were treasures. But I'm a tough guy, so even though we got meleeed in battle and people fell, I just got knocked out, apparently. I'm here and I'm ready to whatever happens. Poor elf, I guess. I guess he didn't get the right guys. I'm the only one left.
The B team.
Excuse the blood. I just, I take well to injuries. And soul glow.
So glow.
Oh, there's already blood in the water. I love this. There's a frenzy happening. No, Vamp, you're going to give people the wrong idea that I'm a ruthless dungeon master, and I'm certainly not.
No, you're amazing. I just don't do the right things, I guess.
Is that poor choices? Or?
I swear this has never happened before, guys.
This is my
I've
first
heard that
time.
before.
I've never done before.
He's never killed
my
me
God.
twice in one day, I guess.
That's true. We could try that someday. I'm sure it can be done. Hey, Doc Shoulder, welcome in. Yeah, it's a special Saturday morning game. I was able to wrangle these wonderful people to the call of the bright desert. What awaits, they know not, but I'm sure it will be fun and exciting. Thank you all for the introductions. Really, really excited about this. Real quick, guys, if you are enjoying the kind of content that Guildspear puts out, please consider following or subscribing or just hanging out with us in the chat. We just love people getting goofy and having a good time in this space. So thank you for that. We do have an awesome Discord where a lot of the folks who end up playing on our stream are selected from, or we have casting calls, etc., for different games. There's one that's going on right now for a One Ring mini campaign that's going to be starting up later this spring, and there are others to come. We've got some fun fundraising one-shots coming up, including another Mothership RPG game that I'll be running, and another Blade Runner game that Bleak will be running. So keep your eyes out for that. If you want to get involved, come on over and hang out with us. We'd love to have you. And if you want to help prolong Vamp Wickman or anyone else's character's life in this game, you can cheer bits to provide them with an advantage. Just 100 bits and tell us who you want the advantage to go to. We already have one from Rinny Poo for the community pool. So we'll keep track of that and use that as needed or as desired. So I don't know if I'm forgetting anything, but I would love to get into this game, my friends. Is everybody good? We're all good to go?
Yeah.
Good
All right.
to go.
All right, let me just kind of set the stage for y'all. In our previous game, an unlikely fellowship was formed among 4 adventurers who were tasked with an expedition from the free city of Greyhawk, sailing down the Celenton River to a port city of Harby, there booking passage to the abandoned dwarven port of Zarak, and then on farther east to the vast unknown, searching for an ancient Athenaeum rumored to contain clues to the forgotten palace of a lost king. This failed expedition was met with death and capture, but the story continues. Today we return to that treacherous and enigmatic land, a land said to hold untold riches and long-forgotten secrets, a land known as the Bright Desert. Well, I should say that we return to a place below the Bright Desert, surrounded by disorienting darkness. 4 prisoners wake from a drug-induced slumber. An elven monk, half-elven monk from the Cairn Hills, A lucky cleric, perhaps, who washed up on the woolly coast, a half-orc barbarian from the south, and a Flemish druid of the old faith. By fate, chance, or some other design, the stories of these four individuals have become intertwined. Here in the endless dark, flickering light from a single wall sconce casts an eerie glow across ancient walls of stacked stone, illuminating only yourselves, the three prisoners nearby you, and the carrion scavenged skeletal remains of the dungeon's previous captives. The air is thick with mustiness, and the stench of decay lingers in your nostrils. One by one, you wake, heads throbbing with the lingering intoxication of some uncertain narcotic, and the memories of your capture slowly reminding you of your predicament. Takrors, you are the first to wake from your slumber. You look about and you see these other bodies laying nearby, breathing, they're alive.
Hey, fellas, you guys awake? This was a really bad day I had.
You call out, rousing your companions or these other prisoners. First, Lonan, you hear a voice.
I look up. Grogmar? You made it! Oh, wait, who are you?
I'm Takrors. I came here not too long ago. We got waylaid in the desert in a tunnel by some weird creatures, and I don't know where the rest of my party is. I saw them go down. I don't think that they're okay.
We share a similar story then. Yeah. I look over to the other two, see if I see Basil amongst them.
There is no halfling companion amongst the group, but you do see a half-elf who starts to stir. Erdon, your eyes flitter open as you hear a conversation in the darkness. Your eyes adjust as you open them.
Oh, what is this bullshit? What's going on here? How the fuck did I get in here? What's going on?
Bullshit is appropriate, yes.
Erdon, you pull against the chains that you now realize are strapped to you, bound, if you will. The jingling and screeching of the chains on the stone floor wake your fourth prisoner.
Demont, his face exhausted, tries to move. Feels the chains and pulls against them. He looks to the sides and tries to rub his eyes if he can, and looks up and sees just three people kind of stumbling about, and kind of like looks his hands and clanks the chains on the ground and looks up and says, well, this would just be my luck, wouldn't it? And just kind of keeps his head down to the ground.
The three of you don't know each other.
I've never met these two in my life.
You guys fared better than the rest of my crew, so I guess that's good on you.
Likewise.
I'm going to interrupt really quick and just say thank you to the 20 sides to every story for the raid. You guys, really appreciate y'all coming in here on a Saturday and hanging out with us. We're in the Bright Desert in Greyhawk, just getting started in part 2 with mostly a new crew here. And we're going to go back to the crew as they are all sort of getting their bearings straight and starting to communicate with each other about their predicament.
No, I don't know anyone here. Are you all familiar with each other or just...
No, I know nobody here. He looked like a friend of mine, but he is not the same one. I am Lonan the Oleander. You are? He looks at everybody.
Yes, I'll go first. My name is Demont. Last name doesn't matter right now. I don't know why I'm here. I'm simply a man who offered some medicine to some people. I tried to sell a cure to a man who needed it, and that's really all I remember. right now.
Hmm.
What do you remember?
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm Tack Roars. I was hired with a bunch of other people to accompany some fancy elf to check out the desert. He said there was some artifacts and other crazy stuff around here, so he hired a bodyguard to come find it, but he did not equip us or warn us or apparently have any idea of the real danger around here. So we were ambushed and the rest of the party fell very quickly, but I was knocked out. So this is like not even the 8th worst day of my life.
Akros, I appreciate your enthusiasm. Could you tone it down just a little bit right now?
And I am Eldan Kedonel. I am somewhat of a fighter, a lover, a gambler. I was with a tribe, making a name for myself when I was set upon by 100 of these scorpion men, taken down. I managed to fight 50 of them off before I was subdued, and here I am.
As you are all getting acquainted and sort of telling a little bit about why you think you ended up here or how you did end up here, you start to take note quickly of the bondage that you find yourself in. You look down and you see these broad iron these shackles with this iron band around your waist. And it looks to be well built, a testament to your captor's ingenuity, perhaps. And the connecting chains from this belt are well-crafted links as thick as your thumb, massive locks on them, sturdy as a fortress gate, and the chains go back to a wall ring that is anchored in the stone wall behind you. All along the band around your waist are ancient runes and sigils, as if sort of enhancing this sense of foreboding or a malevolent power that has set upon you to ensure that none break free. It's a wonderful piece of grotesque craftsmanship, fortified with dark sorcery, perhaps, to hold these unlucky souls.
Talk about overkill.
It's almost as if they don't want us to escape.
Hmm.
This is insane.
What can we see from the cell, outside the cell? Anything?
Roll a perception check if you're going to sort of take note of your surroundings,
Yes,
or if you want to take more of an investigative approach to the chains or anything like that. Feel free to do that as well.
That's a 16 on perception.
Okay. How about other folks?
Oh.
Anyone who wants to can roll on this one.
Ooh, 22 for me.
Very nice.
I'm actually
23.
Oh,
All right. Yeah, so all of you can see that there is a brazier that is down the hall around a corner, but gives off enough light for you all to sort of make each other out and see each other beyond maybe 10 feet from where you're located along these walls that are facing each other. Two of you on one wall, two of you on the other wall. All of you chained in a very similar manner. But your visibility is extremely limited in the space. Even those of you who might have dark vision as a benefit to your race are having a difficult time seeing beyond that which is illuminated by the glowing brazier. So it's very dim light. And the walls around you seem to be solid, though ancient in design.
Well, here we are. Do I think that I could... So we just see the hallway that goes on? We don't know there's no other cells or anything like that?
There are no cells. In fact, you don't even see bars. All you see is a hallway with the four of you chained to the wall. There are other, what appear to have been other chain setups that are not occupied, but there are bones, as I mentioned, of perhaps the previous captives that lay strewn about, probably scavenged and torn apart. The bones are kind of scattered about this hallway. You don't see any guards. You don't hear any sounds. It is very quiet, very dark, and very isolated.
Well,
Lamont clears his throat and just kind of breathes in for a moment. He's like, hello, is there anyone out there? It's me, Demont, the great salesman. I don't know why I'm still here. Can someone please come explain something to me? And he kind of like cringes a little bit, hoping for something to happen.
Explain something to me. Explain something to me. You just hear this echo of your voice.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Were you asking for the manager to come down here and release you? Is that what you were doing? Asking for the manager?
Usually works in my part of the town and world. What have you done so far?
Good point, my friend. As he struggles with his chains, it's like. And
you said these chains are pretty thick, right?
Yeah, the links on the chains are as thick as your thumb.
So might be difficult to rip them out of the wall.
You could certainly try.
That's what I always like to hear from a DM. You can certainly try.
If I see Takor is about to try that, I'll be like, one second. I might be able to facilitate, and I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and wild shape into a wolf spider.
Okay. So you're gonna try out the wild shape. Takros, you're gonna try to pull on the chains and see if you can break them.
Sure.
What are the other two of you gonna do?
Sorry, go ahead.
I think I'm gonna see how these two efforts work before I try anything. I think.
I'm gonna see if I can find a key. Is the last thing I'll say before I wild shape.
Okay.
I was just gonna keep looking out towards outside of the gate to see if there's any reaction or anything during this.
Okay, I love it. All right, so Demont, you're kind of keeping watch and trying to ascertain maybe if there's guards or what the situation is, where the management is. Takrars, you stand up from your kind of prone position and you start to pull on the chains and you start to like tug on the chain, the link that's attached to the wall. And with all your might, with the frenzied rage that you might call upon as a barbarian, you're unable to break them. Lonan, you channel your druidic energy trying to manifest the shape change ability that you have, and for some reason it doesn't work.
I look at the wall. I give the wall a side eye.
You look at the wall.
Those symbols that are written on there.
Yeah. They seem to almost pulse as you attempt to channel your mystic energies.
I give the wall the finger.
Yeah.
Well,
you see,
that didn't
go
work.
ahead. And Erdon, you see this happening, like you're this half-orc barbarian pulling on the wall to no real benefit, a frustrated Lonan, and a ever vigilant Demont.
I think what I'm going to try and do is that am I able to reach any bones on the floor with a foot or anything to try and drag it towards me?
Yeah, give me a dex check. And while you're doing that, I'm going to quickly do a couple of shout outs. The music that we're using today is from our friends at HDK, Heimat der Katastrophe. And they can be found on Bandcamp. Their stuff is absolutely fantastic, and it's designed for roleplay games. It's so good. So this is their album called Arid, and I've been jamming on it quite a bit in the last week preparing for this. So what did you get, Erdon?
I got a 22.
A 22, yes. You're able to like reach out with your foot and drag a femur bone. It appears to be humanoid in nature.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can pick it up and sort of do something with the shackles on use it as like maybe to try and pick the lock, if there's any locks on it, or try and separate some joint or anything like that if it's possible.
You kind of get it inside of one of the links and like try to use it as a lever, and it just snaps, and now you've got this sharp broken femur bone in your hands.
I think I'll try and hide that in case anyone, as like a shank, if anyone comes.
Prison shank.
There's another name
Yeah.
for those.
Yeah, exactly. I shall hide my shiv. Yes.
The shiv. This is a great moment to mention that as you sort of are feeling the weight of this imprisonment, you also realize that your equipment is gone. Whatever you had been carrying on you is missing. You look around for your packs. You look around for your weapons. The only thing that you find, Demont, that gives you some level of comfort is your holy symbol. That was tucked beneath your robes, perhaps, and hidden. Everything else of all of the coin maybe that you'd had, supplies that you'd had, are nowhere to be found.
I did want to ask, am I able to sense any sort of connection to Norobo?
I think if you were to like pray and like do some meditation, is that what you're like kind of going to reach out?
Yeah, like if I'm going to sit down and meditate a little bit and try to see if I can reach out and see if like because I just watched a druid fail to shape, so I don't know if my connection right now is severed completely as well. So I'm going to sit down and meditate for a little bit and just try to see if in my case, for my connection to Norobo, it's a little bit less literal. It's a little bit more luck. So for me, I'm going to meditate and see literally if anything happens, if I stumble upon anything, or if something changes or anything like that at all.
I love that. All right, give me a religion check, please.
That is a 17.
17. Okay, so the rest of you watch, and what does it look like as you pray to Norbo?
I try to take out my holy symbol, and honestly, I'm just kind of keeping my eyes closed, and just my holy symbol is more of just a coin that's been like turned into a necklace, but like a fake coin with just the head of like 2 dice, like just the face of a couple of dice for Norobo from like a antique set, and I'm just flipping it up and down. I take my necklace off, and I'm just kind of flipping it up and down, not looking at it, and I'm just thinking about what the outcomes could be really. Okay.
Yeah, you feel like you're connected to your god still. There's nothing here that would sever that tie, but you are also a divine spellcaster of sorts, and you do get a sense that there is something missing. There is some sort of your ability to channel perhaps the energy that you're used to seems to be impeded by something. You just don't feel that the connection that you normally feel in terms of empowerment, but you do sense that you can communicate through your prayer.
I am going to attempt. I can see a lot of bones around me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I see enough bones to see like the shape of a full humanoid?
You see skulls. You see humanoid skulls. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna kick a skull towards like a pile of bones and see if I can animate dead.
Okay. All right.
Just to see what happens there, and I'm just gonna kind of try to kick it over and just say a little quiet prayer under my breath, and see if there's any possibility for me to try and at least channel any of this magic at all.
Okay. Yeah. You kick the skull over to the bones without any problem. And a rat scurries out from a hiding spot, perhaps in the bone pile or perhaps behind the pile, and runs past Erdon, like right between sort of where you're sitting, Erdon, and disappears into the darkness. But there's no magical animation of anything. You just don't feel like you've channeled appropriately the energy. In fact, you don't even feel that tingling divine inspiration that you normally would feel at a moment like this.
You too, huh?
Not feeling very good right now about this. No.
Yeah. Well, if they've gone through some trouble, it looks like they must consider us important.
At this point, everybody give me a perception check, please.
19 this time.
19, okay.
13.
All right.
16.
Also 19.
Okay. Demont, you're busy sort of in thought and contemplating sort of what's going on, and maybe a little concerned. I'm not sure that connection's not there. But the others, you hear something. In fact, at first you feel it. You feel darkness, and you sense death. What follows is the subtle sound of what, God, could it be? It sounds like undulating scales slithering perhaps against stone. The torch, or the light from the brazier, giving off just enough light to see a shadowy form appearing just outside full light. Those of you with dark vision can see an enormous creature that rises from the shadows, now coming into view, its wedge-shaped head and reptilian eyes burning with an intense otherworldly glow. It's the eyes of a predator, perhaps honed by eons of evolution and the promise of death. It draws close to our half-orc friend, its forked tongue flicking about. Takror, as it coils before you, you can see this huge snake. All of you now, its massive head swaying as it studies you, taking you all in, but focused for some reason on the half-orc. It hisses and bares its saber-sized fangs, and they're dripping with this milky green venom. And you can smell this first, Takror's, this malodorous stench gives you just like a brief moment of nausea. Give me a Constitution saving throw, Takror's.
Well, that's a natural 1 on the die, so that's a 7.
There's nothing in your stomach. Like, you realize now that you haven't eaten in a long time, but you do spill bile from your mouth in response to the nauseation of whatever this stench is, this thing hissing at you, looking at you. Do any of you do anything as this creature is just observing you?
Can I identify what this is?
Absolutely. This is a giant fucking snake. It is huge. It's probably, from your best guess, this thing is probably about 20 to 30 feet long. And it's, if you were to sort of like, you could never even wrap your arms around its trunk. It's that big.
It seems, maybe this is just my perception, it seems abnormally intelligent, but maybe I'm just reading too much into this.
Give me a nature check. I feel like Lonan would have some insight here, perhaps.
Let's see.
Being a druid of the Bright Desert.
17 total.
17. Yeah, this is not any sort of snake species that you've ever encountered in your lifetime. This thing is massive. It looks very intelligent, and you can only guess that it has some sort of perhaps otherworldly origins, or was bred for some terrible purpose. But this is not a natural resident of the Bright Desert.
That's fascinating. He's fascinated because he knows all the poisonous things that live in the desert.
You watch as a drop of this fluid just hangs on the fang. This milky green venom. It's right in front of him. Takror's, the venom just drips off and lands. Give me a dexterity save.
Oh, wow.
Also a 6.
A 6. Okay. Roll 2d6 for me, Takror's.
Eight.
This venom hits your leg as it drops. You're unable to get out of the way, and it burns like acid for 8 points of damage, as you can all hear it just searing into his leg.
And this is from behind the gate, like the jail cells, right? Like,
Well, there's no bars or anything. You
bars.
guys are just chained up in a hallway. This thing has slithered out of this opening in the wall next to Tack Roars and is now sort of taking you all in, and it's very interested in the half orc and has dripped some of its really potent, apparently. Lonan, you would see that. It burns right into your skin, Tack Roars. Do you call out? Do you cry out? Do you just grin and bear it? Or what happens when you feel that?
I rage and I scream.
You scream, okay.
And I rage.
All right, so you're gonna actually use a rage here.
And
okay.
the question is, does the wild magic effect take effect?
It does not.
I didn't think it would. But I'm gonna rage.
Yeah, I can see that.
And
So
I'm
does this
staring the snake in the eyes.
as he's doing this, I want to yell at him. I was like, grab the poison and put it on the chain. So I see him like raging and burning out, and I'm trying to get him to just literally put the belt on or throw it onto behind him.
All right, so you whisper out to him as he's kind of crying out, Tack Roars, and that's when you guys see, or first of all, you hear a loud clang from out of sight, as if a door or a gate being opened. The suspicious creature, this snake, this abomination of nature that is taking you all in, whips about at the sound, surprised maybe at it, and then slithers away quickly, faster than you would expect for a creature of its size, and disappears in the darkness. Oi, what's all the racket? You hear footsteps growing louder.
Am I able to, like, Jean-Claude Van Damme splits into the corner and stealth out the way?
To what purpose?
To kind of maybe get the drop on whoever might come in with my FEMA shiv if they get close enough.
You could certainly try to do that. It's going to be tough because you're shackled to the wall, right? So you don't have a lot of flexibility, and these things are super heavy.
Or at least trying to get out the way so I can observe a bit more and maybe try something different in a minute.
Yeah, you could try to stealth to sort of make yourself less prominent, perhaps, or you could do like a sleight of hand to kind of keep the shiv hidden, perhaps, or the bone.
I think I'll go stealth and try and just remain in the shadows or out the way. So if anyone comes in, they'll see these three first and won't really clock that there's no one. Maybe there's just a body in the shadow.
Yeah, maybe you're still unconscious.
That's right.
Ooh.
Just by chance, not because Demont is thinking about it and trying to do this for him. He's just happens to yell, "Hey, like, excuse me, are you the manager here? Are you finally gonna come speak to us?" And try to like get the attention just as he's doing that, just unrelated. It's not like he's doing it on purpose.
And that's 25 on stealth.
Okay, yeah, you kind of diminutize yourself a little bit relative to the other captives that are in the cell, and you feel like you're kind of you're doing a good job of not really cowering, but kind of like shrinking as best you can out of the limelight, so to speak.
Trying to keep a low profile in the corner. Yeah.
Manager, you fools! And you start to see this individual step forward out of the darkness. Maybe it must be your jailer. He stands tall before you, just out of reach of your chains, clad in tattered black robes that hang loosely from his bony frame. He looks emaciated, but proud. The light from the brazier illuminates his sort of, I guess, pale complexion that has scars all across his face, of what you can see of runic symbols of some kind, perhaps from some dark ritual or unholy practice. He surveys you all with this wicked grin. Look at the lot of you, struggling against your bondage like insects caught in a web. Pathetic. Management? There's no such thing as management around here. You're doomed to die. He points a skeletal finger towards the massive locks and the chains that hold you in bondage with a laugh. These shackles were forged by the finest blacksmiths and imbued with the darkest of magics. There's no escaping them. You're here for one purpose, and one purpose only. To end your days.
As he says this, my character Damon just gets like really scared. Like he just all his like fake confidence just like falls out of his body, and he starts kind of falling to his knees. He's like, look, surely there must be an misunderstanding. I'm but a salesman. I give you medicine. Why all the grandiose, death and everything?
Did you piss yourself?
Not that side of it. I'm gonna shit myself instead.
Oh no. He just kind of laughs at your submissiveness and your fear. And his demeanor changes a little bit as he surveys the rest of you, and you can hear keys jingling from beneath his robes. And he pulls out this ring of keys and holds them, almost like taunting you. The keys to your freedom. Tell me, damned ones, what would you give for your freedom?
Yeah. What did Basil give?
The halfling?
That's the one.
A friend of yours, I see.
A companion.
Yes, well, his fate is much different than yours, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Interesting.
When we purchased you, well, we had other plans for the little one.
You purchased us from the Scorpion Men.
That's right. Your memory seems to be coming back quite nicely.
A little bit. I don't remember your face, though.
Nor should ya. So tell me, what would you give for your freedom?
What are you in need of?
Souls.
Fresh out.
I've got no soul.
Got no souls to give.
Hi,
Tim.
I have a crazy idea. As I'm in the shadows, I'm thinking I could try and throw my shiv at this guy as like a throwing knife to try and either injure him or knock him off balance, maybe towards Takros. Maybe you could grab him or something like that while he's giving his villain monologue.
Yeah, you can certainly give it a try. Give me a dexterity-based attack check. Do not include your unless you have improvised weapons. I don't remember if you do or not. But it'll just be.
I've got like a dark kind of ranged weapon. If you want me to roll it as that instead.
Yeah, this is going to be like an improvised deal because it's a bone basically. Okay. So just give me a dexterity check. We'll call it.
Okay. Ooh, 17.
Out of the darkness, this femur, this sharpened, the broken femur bone comes flying across, hits the guy right in the thigh. Oh, you limey bastard! And then he takes a couple of steps backwards and he just tears it out of his leg and a gout of blood all over the floor in front of him. You'll never get out of here now, you son of a bitch!
I just leap from the shadows, go, ha ha! You have met your match in Eton Keter now, my friend.
That's a good one there, Dan.
Now, release us or you'll feel our might.
Ooh, T-Cat, thank you for the... I just got an advantage from the chat, you guys.
Oh, shit.
Thank you. Let me jot that down.
Don't help him.
Thanks, T-Cat. Much appreciated. As you have sort of attacked this guy, what are the rest of you going to do?
Well, we can't reach him, right?
Yeah, he stepped back sort of out of pain and to sort of like knowing kind of, this is not his first time dealing with people in a prison, right? So
I could fix that. I could fix that for you if you let me go. If I had my powers, I could just unchain me. I can fix that, and that's what I would give you. That must be enough, right?
oh, one who seeks to serve. We do like servants around here. Perhaps we'll let you live. Whoops, no.
Okay. Guess we'll just have to kill you later, I guess, if we do get out. Right, everyone? Right? Right? Yeah.
Agreed.
Kill
You'll die
me.
first, my friend.
I
like
intend to live a long life. A long, rich man's life. And you look at him, he's just in tattered robes, you know, like he probably doesn't look like he's eaten in a long time. So, you know, rich means different things to different people.
It's going well for you, I see, my friend. It's going well for you.
Very well.
Do you have children?
Oh, I have a wonderful wife and a pile of rats to feed.
Because I hope you've seen them, and we're done with you. It'll be the last thing you've ever seen. Ha ha! As I try and leap back into the shadows.
I still see you, but nice.
Meld.
Takrars and Lonan, while this is happening, what are the two of you doing?
I'm ruining my fate.
Fair
What have I
enough.
done to deserve this?
Fair enough. Dave, I thought you said this was going to be a fun game.
I'm as close to him as possible, and the only thing I would trade you is your throat as I rip it out, friend. You're an idiot.
Oh, you might be right about that. Actually, I don't know why I've been spending me days down here in the dungeon with fools like you. But I intend to see you die. And as he says this, you see this vague, horrific form that appears behind him, swaying in its silent approach. Perhaps I'll give you the ultimate freedom then, eh? And he takes out a dagger. He licks his cracked lips. Yes, I have earned your death, and I shall consume your souls. He takes one step forward, his last. And in an instant, this dark figure behind him strikes forward with cunning speed. Doomed silence, you watch the light fade from the man's eyes. The dagger and the keys drop to the stone floor. His body in a flash is lifted from the ground and pulled by this coiling shape. This massive serpent drags him into the darkness, and you just hear a moment of a yelp and then the crunching of bone.
I'm guessing the snake wasn't with him then.
What do you do? Time is of the essence.
Going for the keys.
Can I try and kick them towards Lonan, if it's possible?
Absolutely. Give us a athletics check or acrobatics. Either of those would
I'll go
work.
acrobatics. Acrobatics, yeah, let's go. That is a 22.
Yeah, you can barely get to the keys with your foot, and you kick them over to Lonan.
Lonan, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Lonnie, you've got
grab
the
the
keys.
keys and start unshackling myself, and then in turn unshackling everybody else.
Okay. One by one, you are freed from your bondage, and you find yourself in this dark room. You can hear the crunch of bones in the darkness. We have a battle map up in our Owlbear Rodeo VTT. I'm going to drop that over here on the stream so folks can see where that is. There we go. Quick shout out. The maps that you're going to see tonight were created by 2 Minute Tabletop. They make some fantastic assets, and I just dropped their Patreon link in the chat if you guys want to check out their stuff. All right, so you're in this dark chamber. You can see that you're in this hallway. Now you are freed from these shackles. There are hallways that disappear into darkness to the north. Takrars, this area here next to you is an opening or sort of like a broken part of the wall. And you get the sense that that may have been where that creature, that giant snake, slithered out from. You're not sure. There's also just at the edge of your vision from the brazier that burns, you can see some sort of a deep pit. There are stairs on the left side that go down. You are freed for the moment. Everybody roll initiative.
12.
All right.
Or
Let's do it this way. We'll go, I'll call for 25 to 20.
21.
20.
All right,
20.
21 for Lonan, 20 for Erdon. Yep. Demont, you had a 16, you said?
No, sorry, 12.
A 12. Okay. 15 to 20? Okay, so 10 to 15. We've got a 12 and Takrars?
7.
Oh, my.
My leg, guys, my leg hurts. I'm a little distracted by the burning. Did you notice the burning?
You pointed out, and it's severe. Like it burned into the muscle of your thigh, and probably maybe even down to bone. It looks really bad. Like you could probably use some healing.
I'll cure him.
All right.
I'll look at the wound.
You mean you'll try?
Oh
Yeah,
yes, I
I'll
will
look at-
try. I'll step away from those runes, those damnable runes.
Which
It looks
way
like
did
a-
the snake take the dude?
The snake took the dude back here to the north.
Right.
We're going the other way.
I thought that might be a good idea, guys.
It looks like you have mere flesh wound, my friend.
A little
Just a mere
bit.
wound. You'll be fine, I'm sure.
There you go. Yes. I'd love to try to cure wounds on him.
All right, so you're at the top of the order, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So go ahead and give it a try.
Do I have to roll anything other than my number of wounds healed? Some sort of
No,
arcana check?
it actually, I should just say it works. You go over to your friend and or your friend, this person that you just met.
You know,
a
in my
dungeon.
mind, I keep seeing Grogmar in my head every time I look over at him. So there's definitely a guilty aspect to this.
Understood. Yeah, you place your hand on the burn mark from the acid, and you are able to roll some healing.
That's 12.
Nice.
I watch this happen and I look at him like, we're going to get out of here together. Looks like we're now stuck. Allow me next time. Save your power for something else. I don't actually have much ability for the tougher things, or the stomach for it, as you've seen.
Good enough.
As you say that, we'll go to Erdon. Erdon, what do you do?
I am going to look at the others and be like, I think we should get out of here as quick as we can and try and which way I'm thinking of heading this way, round this way maybe.
Okay.
What do we think, gang?
Last time I chose, it was poor for everyone.
It seems like this way's heavy on you, sir. Let us go. And I'm heading this way. I'm going to head that way.
All right, so you're going to move forward, and you have dark vision, if I remember correctly.
I do indeed.
Yep, so you look ahead, and you can see that the corridor continues to the north, and then starts to wrap around to the east.
Okay. I'll
Love these
call back
maps.
to the others and tell them, like, it's heads up and to the east.
All right, that's
I don't
your
know
turn.
if
Do you
we'll
want
ever
to
find a way out of it?
do any action of any kind, or prepare, like ready an action or anything like that?
I will spend a key point to go into patient defense. Just in
Okay.
case.
All right. You do that, and that brings us to the snake. The snake. Let me just see what the snake does here. Okay. The snake continues to what appears to sound like crush the guard. You just hear bones snapping, and you don't hear any cries anymore, but you hear like a sobbing. That brings us to Demont.
I just kind of like looking around and just clearly scared by all these disgusting sounds. And I just look at everyone and I'm like, yes, I will follow you. And then I kind of like just gather by everyone and I touch them real quick and I just give everyone a bless. And I'm like, I think we should all stay together. And yeah, we'll follow you guys. It's a smart idea. Good call.
Strength
Good
in
call.
numbers.
Maybe
Yeah.
stay downwind a little bit, sir, just in case. Stay downwind.
So
I'll hold the back. Yes. Good idea.
So Demont, you cast bless on your companions. It's a cantrip, I think, right?
No, it's a first level spell.
Oh, first level. All right. So you cast bless, and that remind us what that provides for everybody.
Yeah, so they'll get whenever target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, a target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. So for all of your attacks and saving throws, you get a d4, and that lasts for up to 1 minute.
Fantastic. All right. So thank you for that, Tack Roars.
Well, as we're not with our equipment right now, and I've seen some magic work, I'm gonna use my magic awareness. As I use an action, I can open up my awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. To the end of my next turn, I know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet. Hopefully, our stuff is close. And because I'm both faster and more curious than I am intelligent, I'm going to sneak a look down the hall to see what's going on, because maybe our stuff's from where that guy came and being eaten by the snake.
Okay. So you're going to go down and take a look down the other hall,
I'm
it
going
sounds
to at
like.
least sneak over here a little. I'm pretty quick. I got a 40-foot movement, so I'm hustling as I'm thinking about magic stuff.
All right. Yeah, you look down the
I
hallway.
want my sword back.
I understand. You do not sense the presence of magic effects or items in the space that you're in.
Well, it's
the only thing
60 feet.
Yep,
Within 60 feet of me. Okay.
The only thing that you get a sense of is the what you've already seen as Demont's holy symbol gives off a bit of a magical essence to it. But you're not sensing your magical items, your weapons, or anything of that nature. But as you look around the corner, you do see a giant reptilian snake monster just crushing the guard who had been taunting and jeering you. It does not appear yet to give a whole lot of thought to you, but you also get a sense that this guy didn't have a whole lot on his bones, probably only just a bit of an appetizer for a meal. And did that take your action to use that ability?
It was the action for the ability, and I have
Okay.
a bit more movement.
Yeah, go ahead and finish your movement if you'd like to.
And hopefully it's a free action to nope just out of there.
Yeah, you also know that there is, I don't know if anybody has picked up the dagger yet, but there is a dagger laying on the ground, like almost right in front of you, Tackroars, where the guard was standing. So you can use a free action to grab that if you want to.
I will both nope and pick the dagger up as a free action and head on the other way.
All right.
So over there, because I'm pretty quick and I don't like that snake.
Yeah, I don't blame you. You look over and you can see as you move to the other side near behind Erdon that there is a dark chamber below. There's stairs that lead into darkness. And I'm going to update the timer. So I've got a timer here that means something, depending on how long it takes for you guys to figure this out. Something particularly unfortunate might happen. That brings us back to the top of the order with Lonan.
All right. Do I know? I don't know what this room looks like. I don't know if this goes in a circle yet until I move, right?
Right, yeah. You haven't seen the full extent yet.
All right. If my compatriot didn't go that way, they're going to go down. They look like they're
Well,
going to go down.
you did see tack roars go one way, look, and then nope, and run past you going the other way. And then you did see Erdon kind of poke up that leftern chamber. Leftern? I don't think that's a word. The left chamber.
It is now.
Yeah, right. I'm going leftern.
The lexicon.
And that jailer originally came from which direction?
The jailer originally would have come from this direction.
Okay. I apologize. I keep having technical difficulties. I can't see the map on Owlbear Rodeo, but I can see it on the stream. So
Okay.
Down. Look at my compatriots.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Down.
Leftern.
Down.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll move down that way.
All right. So I'll move your token across. So you're going to run to the stairs. Are you going to go actually down the stairs? You could probably disappear into darkness by yourself if you want to, or you could stand at the top of the stairs and see what happens with your friends or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'll wait there. Like I said,
Okay.
A lot of his actions are determined by his overwhelming guilt. So I'm going to wait right there.
Okay. All right.
And I will, if that creature comes around the corner before my friends make it to the stairs, I'm running a spell.
Okay. What spell are you readying?
Spike growth.
All right. Is that a leveled spell?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just warn you one thing. If you prepare a leveled spell as a reaction, and even if you don't end up casting it, it still uses the spell slot.
Okay.
So
well, then
you may want to rethink.
I will depend on myself being able to cast at the top of the round.
Okay. All right. I didn't want to have you waste a spell slot.
Good call.
All right, Erdon.
I will wave at the man and be like, "Come on, my friend, we won't leave you behind." And then look at the others and be like, "Shall I go first?" And then I will make my way to sort of like skip down the stairway because I've got dark vision to see what's going on.
As you start to descend the stairs, Erdon, you feel sort of like a change in sort of the not necessarily temperature, although it seems maybe a little bit colder, but there's a humidity that you sense as you descend about halfway down the stairs, and you get to the bottom and you look back up and you can see Lonan standing at the top of the stairs. Do you want to prepare or hold an action or anything of that nature?
I will ready my action in case anything. I'll get into my fighting stance in case anything appears out of the darkness that I might want to take on. But I'll be waving my friends down and go, "Come on, my friends, we have no time to waste."
All right. That brings us to what's happening with the snake creature. You hear a final crunch and silence. And some slithering and silence. Demont, it's your turn.
I don't hear anything else. Okay. I look at all of my friends or my new friends, I guess, running across, and I just sprint up behind them. Actually, we picked up the dagger, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Takros has it.
Takros has the dagger. Okay, cool. And I don't have any equipment on me at all, correct? Not like any.
None, except for your holy symbol and like whatever you would have had on underneath your armor.
Okay, that's fine then. I will just sprint up with them behind the oleander, and I am going to prepare a sacred flame cantrip in case any enemy comes by while we go into the darkness.
Okay. I love it. That brings us to Takroars at the bottom of the order. What's going to happen, my friend?
It's time to go. We going down the stairs because I already noped to the snake. I don't need to nope it a third time. It already got my leg.
All right. So what I'm hearing is that the four of you disappear down into the darkness below. And as you do, the snake slithers out, but you're too quick, and you just hear it hissing at the top of the stairs. Maybe if you happen to look back, you'd see it silhouetted, but the brazier giving off light, and you see this large wedge-shaped head, and it's just kind of swaying at the top of the stairs, as snakes do. And then it turns, Demont, as you look back, it turns and just slithers away into the darkness. And you disappear yourselves into darkness. Now, it is pitch dark in the space that you find yourselves in. You find yourselves in a long corridor. Those of you who have dark vision, I think, would be Takrors and Erdon. Mm-hmm. You can see things in dim light, but it's still extremely difficult to pick out detail of any kind.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead, and we don't have any equipment, so I will cantrip produce flame and some light source.
You illuminate the space, and you're probably far enough away from the stairs, but you've gone maybe 20 feet in. You can see cold stone walls that are slick with some sort of a sticky substance above you. To the sides. The corridor itself is maybe 10 to 15 feet in width, about the same in height. It's old stone. It appears to be of an older construction from what you had previously been held captive in, as if you've entered into something that's a little bit more of an ancient part of whatever this complex is that you're in.
Should we be concerned that snake didn't want to come down here?
I think maybe we should all be on guard.
I'll say.
Any improvised weapons you can grab, my friends? I suggest we take what we can. I've got these two bad boys. And he kisses his fists.
Are we still in initiative right now, Dave?
No, we're out of initiative.
Okay. Yeah. I want to, now that my character's kind of run away from all this, he's actually calmed his breath down. Got himself down. He's gonna look at these sticky substances. Doing a lot of research and medicinal research and different stuff like that. I've tried to look into a lot of different substances. Can I tell what this is with the light that's provided right now?
Give me I think it would probably be a nature check. I'm thinking.
Nature check. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And Lonan, you probably take note of your companion Demont sort of taking a closer look as you all kind of get your bearings. You can see down the hall, more darkness, back from the way you came, the stairs that go up, and just a little bit of a glow of light being shown from whatever that brazier was. And Demont, what did you roll?
I rolled a 6.
A 6. It's some sort of a slime. You've dealt with slimes before, no doubt, but it is some sort of a sticky, slimy substance. Do you touch it?
I poke at it with a bone or a stick or something on the ground and just kind of lift it up a little bit and examine it.
Yeah, and you can kind of scrape a little bit off, and you just kind of hold the bone that you have, and it just drips, kind of a goopy drip.
I turn it around, bring it right to Lolan's face, and I'm just like, "You familiar with this?"
Is it moving of its own accord?
It doesn't appear to be moving. It's just the gravity is pulling it down.
Am I familiar?
Give me a nature check.
Nature check. 17.
17. You don't know the name of this thing, but you have heard of certain subterranean ecosystems within the desert, old ruins that have been recolonized by strange creatures, or old ancient tombs that there's some sort of slime mold. And these are not odd, but in this place, because it just feels so damp, it seems strange in this space because of the desert above. But yeah, it's some sort of a slime mold. You don't know of any specific uses for it.
Don't eat it.
Always solid advice.
I look over at Takrors. You heard that?
Dave,
Let's go.
question
we
real
keep
quick.
going, guys. Let's not stop. Nothing in here is friendly that I've found so far.
No. That's
I got a whole bag of nopes ready for the next thing.
solid advice.
Mhm.
Dave, real quick before we move on, because Demont has his holy symbol, I have hope. Do I have my necklace, my periapt?
Give me a percentile roll.
Okay.
How big is this? How big is this this symbol that's on your necklace? Is it
I would imagine it's
okay?
no bigger than a couple inches big on a chain.
All right.
07.
Yes, you do have it. You reach into your your robes that you would have, and you can pull on it and you feel it.
Okay, good. All right. Yeah, I'm with I'm with the half orc. Let's move out.
All right. So who's leading down the hall? Let's get a marching order. All right. So we got tack roars in front.
I'll go second.
I can take rear guard.
Perdon. Okay.
I'll go third then.
Demont.
Keep the man in the middle of the pack protected.
Exactly. And
You may want
Lonan.
to cover your nose.
I've smelt worse.
Yeah, in part 1.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So tack roars, you make your way down the hall. All right, now let me ask you this: are you running? Are you moving normal speed? Are you moving at half speed and being careful, or how are you doing this as you move down these halls?
Barbarians don't usually go soft and slow. No, I find traps the old-fashioned way, with my face.
Okay. So you're moving at normal speed. You've got a dagger in your hand.
You know what? This place is horrific, and I gotta get out or find my sword or hopefully get my friends out of here. Look, my other friends, they didn't make it, but hopefully these are luckier than the last group. That's my hope.
All right. So just so I know, are you running?
No,
Okay. All right.
No.
All right.
Regular move.
Regular
I would
movement. All right.
lose them if I ran.
Yeah, understood. You're leading the way, walking. You've got your dagger out. You're sort of like looking back, hoping that these guys are going to be a good luck charm for you. And that's when you feel a little click as you take a step forward and you look down, and you can see that you stepped on a pressure plate, and you hear this as 4 darts come out of these small holes in the wall, hitting you in the side. Give me 4d4, please.
Ooh, is there any way I can use my reaction to at least catch one of these that go for him?
I would
deflect
say you're
missiles.
probably being pretty vigilant as you're moving.
Okay, that's
Give
cool.
me, no. So give me a, first of all, give me a perception check. We'll see if you notice it in time.
15.
15. You hear the click of the pressure plate as he steps down, but you're not sure what it's going to elicit. And these holes are hidden pretty well. So we'll say that you're
That's
not
fair.
able to.
I'm focused on other things. That's cool.
Yeah. Tack roars.
That's 10.
So you take 10 piercing damage from these darts that hit you in the side and in the hip, and they sear and they sting as if maybe they're coated with something.
Is this in Takro's other leg?
This poor guy.
Yeah, my legs.
Leg
Hey
disabled.
guys, I found a trap. Ow.
It's the accent. The accent's killing me.
I just fixed you.
Yeah.
Are we still moving as this
I can
happens, or like or does it stop us? Or
Yeah.
like,
What do you do, Tack roars? When you step on the pressure plate and get hit by these darts, do you stop or do you keep moving, or what happens?
No, I keep going. I got it. Anybody want a dart?
I'll take one.
All right.
Tack roars, as you reach down and pull out the dart, these things are probably the length of, they're probably like 4 inches long, and you pull it out, and as you do, you can look down. There's a little bit of light still given off by Lonan's spell, correct?
Yeah, it lasts for 10 minutes. Yep.
Okay. and you can see that even already the skin around the wound is swelling, and it looks dark, as if the veins are sort of almost showing through the skin.
Oh, you might want to let me see that. Let me take a look at that. That doesn't look good.
Give me a Constitution save,
take care
Tackers.
of you. We'll take care of you here, bro.
Tech was just going to be torso by the time we get out of here.
18 for the con save.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you feel the poison surging through your system, but your strength of constitution, your fortitude helps to push it out as you sort of concentrate for a moment. You continue forward, moving through an obviously trapped dungeon, having forgotten to hire a rogue to help you along the way.
That's not true. My last group had a rogue. We didn't forget. He's
He
just
didn't make
dead.
it. Okay, you failed to bring a live rogue with you.
Likewise. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, rogues. So you continue on, and you hear from the darkness ahead, you hear some shuffling, as if there's something in front of you in this corridor. You've seen no branching hallways leaving the main corridor that continues on. Do you have to recast the that 10-minute spell?
I
Lennon,
can.
or-
It's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip, so you can just re-up it. Okay. So at this point you've probably been walking for maybe a little over 10 minutes, and you come to this spot where you can now hear sort of echoing down the corridor the shuffling sound.
As we slow down, I'm gonna give cure wounds to Thackrors, and just kind of like just put my hand over his leg for a little bit and just like just speed up the mending a little bit. It's gonna heal you for 10. Gonna need both legs, my friends. Try and keep body.
Tackroar's lucky leg was born that day.
my right leg is my lucky leg.
You guys are all right. Our last cleric that was in the other group, all I can say is his flesh was sloughed right off in one instant, so he didn't get a chance to help us.
What happened?
Don't think about it.
I would
I
imagine.
know. Wait.
I'm not so good with the magics, but whatever happened, there was a skeleton standing there for a sec before that just kind of crumbled. So, but I put my hand on the mat. I'm like, I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'm looking at the mat like, don't listen to him.
I'm not gonna be fine.
No, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be great. You guys are doing wonderful.
All right. Does this shuffling sound like I heard before? Like undead? I heard that before.
Yeah, it kind of does sound a little bit like that. You can smell this musty aroma of decay and mold, and you kind of wrinkle your nose in disgust. But aside from the shuffling, you can also hear sort of a feminine sobbing.
Yeah.
Sort of
Is
a high pitched sobbing. That's subtle.
Basil had a little girlish cry. Does it sound like like Basil?
You've spent enough time with Basil, and it doesn't really sound like him.
Too bad.
Yeah, and it's very subtle. You actually have to sort of listen to it as you kind of stop. You like shuffling, and then you listen closer, and you can hear like echoing through the hall this just soft sobbing sound.
From the same direction?
Same direction.
Gentlemen, if we see a shuffling figure wrapped in linen, we run the other way.
You don't strike first?
I'll take my chances with the snake.
Oh, wow. Understood. Understood.
You got it, boss.
All right.
We can, if it comes to it, we can deal with the snake. I can keep it in its place.
We can.
That's not a problem. But what is okay?
If we run in, if it's a
Run.
mummy, then we run.
Okay.
I will likely shit my pants as well.
is it coming closer? Like we've stopped. Is it coming closer to us? The shuffling.
It
And the
doesn't.
sobbing?
It doesn't seem. No, neither of them seem to be approaching you. They just kind of stay at a wherever their distance is. Seems pretty consistent. You can just hear this shuffling, and then just.
Carefully move up. I think if everybody agrees.
Agreed.
Okay. You move up and you come to a corner in the hallway.
Am I still the only source of light that we're seeing?
Yes,
Okay.
it is. This place, without your light, this place would be pitch black.
Okay. Look around the corner.
As you look
Tack
around,
Rose is first, so.
Tacros is in front, but you can kind of move up as well, and you look around the corner, and you can now hear the shuffling louder. The sobbing is still sort of distant, almost like an ethereal sort of vibe to it, as the shuffling is much louder. You turn the corner, and you can see that there are 4 undead creatures shambling. They appear to be humanoid in nature, and strangely, you all recognize they appear to be wearing your stuff.
No. Where?
The fucking thieves!
Oh. Uh-oh.
And-
That's both good and bad.
That's right. What would you like to do with this?
They got my stuff.
I
I
don't want
charge.
my stuff.
I charge.
Okay, Tacros is going to run in. Lonan, what are you
I'm
going to do?
Lonan is a ranged. Does it look like they are like zombified type of things that we've seen before, or does this look like a sort of intelligent undead?
You kind of shine your light around the corner as best you can. As
I
you
can throw
do,
it in, yeah.
as you toss it into the room.
Well, the toss is an attack, so I'll wait
Okay.
till my.
So you're giving off illumination, and with Tacros starting to race forward in your light, they all kind of turn and look at you. You've seen these before. They look like some sort of a zombie.
Okay.
Erdon, what are you doing while this is happening?
I'm gonna bolt after Takros.
Okay.
I'm going.
And Demont, you see 2 of your companions race in.
From these zombies, being 5th level, I have some experience with it. These look like scary to me, or just like run of the mill type of things that are just more like in terms of the context of me being a cleric and knowing if I need to use turn undead here or if it's something I can just deal with.
I think probably they look terrifying, first of all, but I think probably the thing that is going to stand out to all of you is that they are wearing your stuff. Like they have your gear on, your weapons. Although the weapons aren't drawn, they have your armor on. So
they're equipped with it too. They're not just holding it. They're actually
Right.
going to use it with the full stats.
Well,
and everything, is
possibly.
what I can understand. Okay.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay. I am going to just grab my holy symbol and just scream and kind of like turn away and try to turn undead.
Okay. All right. So you're going to try to turn undead. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we are going to get this thing started, my friends. Thank you guys for playing. I hope you're having a good time. I know I am. And thanks to everybody who's hanging out with us in the chat and getting involved. Thank you for donating some advantages and all that good stuff. Great to see you guys here. We're going to be back in just 5 minutes. So hang tight. We'll see you in 5 short minutes. Thank you so much. Here we go, my friends. Welcome back to Lost in the Bright Desert, Lost Beneath the Bright Desert. I'm starting getting a Beneath the Planet of the Apes vibe. Like we're going to have a whole series of these things. You guys have, to recap briefly, you woke to find yourselves in bondage in some strange subterranean dungeon. You had a strange and possibly horrific and painful for Takror's interaction with a massive snake that came to inspect you from the darkness, but was...
I've seen bigger.
was spooked. You just keep telling yourself that. Was spooked away by the arrival of a guard, the clanging of the guard's door opening, the guard coming into the space, taunting you, jeering at you, and asking you to perhaps offer something in return for your freedom as they jangled the keys in front of your faces. But as that was happening, the snake returned and basically chomped the guy and drug him away into the darkness. You made a hasty escape into a stairwell that went deeper under the bright desert and have been avoiding, not actually, you haven't avoided any traps. You've actually hit the traps so far, which is perfect. Glad I prepared them. Takror's being your I don't know. Yeah, the trap springer guy. Yep, the meat shield. Thank you. You have heard shuffling up ahead. There's also, strangely, the sobbing sound of a woman. Subtle, but hanging through the space. You turn the corner, shining light, and seeing 4 shambling zombies, each one of them wearing and equipped with your equipment. Strangely, almost too perfect. You rushed forward, Takror's and Erdon running in, Demont preparing a action to turn undead perhaps, and Lonan trying to take note of what these things might be or how you might get through this. Let's go ahead and roll initiative, please. And I'm going to bring up the battle map.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so everybody roll initiative, and we'll go through the motions here. 25 to 20. 15 to 20.
19.
17.
19 for Lonan. 17 for our Takror. 10 to 15. 5 to 10.
9. 9.
9 and a 5. Wow, guys.
I can never roll well on this channel. Just on this
That's
channel,
true.
I roll like
Cursed,
crap.
Oh, man. All right. So, Lonan, you are at the top of the order. You see your friends starting to rush in. What do you do?
I will go ahead and throw the flame at one of the zombies.
Okay, so I have labeled each of them with your names to indicate whose gear they're wearing. So who would you like to throw this at?
Let's go with who is Takror's running at? Is he running at a specific one, does it look like, or?
It's hard to tell at this point. He and Erdon have just sort of raced down the stairs, but there's a couple of them right in front of them.
Oh, the one directly in front, which happens to be the one wearing my stuff, so I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
That's probably not gonna hit. That's a 9 total.
A 9
Yeah, pretty poopy.
is not going to hit, unfortunately.
It's okay. It's actually 10, but it's probably not going to hit.
10 hits.
Oh, it does. All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And that is 2d8. 11
Nice.
points.
All right. And this is the one that looks like you. Got it.
Yeah.
Total. Say it one more time, the total.
11 points.
Because numbers, they go in my head and then they disappear in like a nanosecond. All right. Do you want to move it all, Lonan?
Yeah, I'll move 10 feet forward.
Okay. 10 feet forward. So you're just right behind Erdon as Erdon is making their way down the stairs. All right, that brings us to, in the order, Takrors.
Well, Takrors, he's gonna rage. And as a Path of Wild Magic Barbarian, a wild magic effect is gonna happen.
Sweet.
I love that.
Let's see what we get.
Uh-oh.
Become a
This is
dragon.
fun.
Become a dragon.
That's a 4.
Fireball.
So, magic infuses one weapon of your choice that you are holding. Until your rage ends, the weapon's damage type changes to force. It gains the light and thrown properties with a normal range of 20 feet, long range of 20. If it leaves my hand, it reappears in my hand at the end of the current turn.
Ooh.
So the dagger I have in my hand is now magic and does force damage.
That's
And I
cool.
can throw it and Thor it or whatever.
Yeah, that's freaking sweet. All right, so that's your bonus action. What would you like to do for your action?
So now that I'm raging, I'm gonna run up to the one that looks like Erdon, that's in my path to the one that's got my stuff, and I'm full out attacking.
All right.
And being that, I'm a barbarian, we going reckless.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
trying to take him down.
I hear you.
So first attack with this mighty force dagger. $19 to hit.
That definitely
go.
hits. That definitely hits.
Right.
I'm so excited.
That would be 3 points of force damage.
3 points. All right. Yeah. You drive the dagger in, and it sort of like starts to blow apart some of the inside structural elements of the rib cage. Let me jot that down. All right. Anything else?
Second attack.
Hell yeah.
Natural 20 and a 9.
Okay,
Ooh.
so roll damage as usual, and then whatever the dice that you would roll, just max those out and add that to the total.
8 points of force damage.
All right, so 8 total.
I gotta say, a barbarian with a knife is not as scary.
You
Not
butter
really.
your toast with that knife?
It's a good start, though.
I almost pulled something swinging this knife too hard, guys. I swing and I'm like, ow!
Hyperextended.
Yeah.
Hey,
Just
guys.
against his shoulder.
Hey guys, did it at least look cool?
Everyone thumbs up Tagros.
10 for style. Yes, very good.
I
love the showmanship, sir.
Nice. They're just being nice to you now.
Positive reinforcement. You're doing great, Tagros. Get him,
So you
buddy.
race in, Takrors, you jab the zombie in front of you a couple times. The one that looks like Lonan moves forward towards Erdon. Demont's, the one wearing Demont's things move in towards you, Takrors, as does the one with your equipment. Erdon, the first one is going to make a couple of claw attacks against you.
Okay.
First one is a dirty 20
Ooh, yeah, that'll hit.
for a total of 5 slashing damage. Second one,
Okay.
ooh, god dang. The second one's a 23.
Yes.
Oh shit, for 9 slashing damage. I am rolling my GaryCon dice right now, and these things are freaking deadly. They're so deadly. I have been kicking ass with these things. I should probably
Wow.
save them for a rainy. Well, it is a rainy day.
It is
Yeah.
Perfect opportunity. Yep.
All
That's
right,
cool.
so you take a bunch of damage from this creature that looks like that has Lonan's clothing on, I should say. Demont zombie is going to attack you, Takrors, with 2. That's going to be a 17 on the first one and a dirty 20 on the second one.
My zombie fights better than me.
Please allow me to remind you that you have advantage on every one of these attacks.
Oh, because
Oh, that's right.
Every attack you have advantage on because,
Yeah.
well, whatever.
So what's your armor class right now when you don't have armor on?
12?
Oh, all right, shit.
Oh.
So you're gonna take 5, 8, 12, and 5 more. You're gonna take a total of 17 damage from these zombies that swarm around you
Jesus Christ.
Or 8.
because you're raging. Very cool. All right, Erdon, you take the attacks from these creatures. You can see them swarming your companion, your half-orc companion. What are you going to do?
I am. I'm going to spend a key point, and you for my bonus action, use Step of the Wind to avoid any attacks of opportunity, and get away from this guy and go. I'll go to there.
Okay.
And I will attack the guy myself, essentially. Here we go. Ooh, first attack 12 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, nice. Okay, so he will take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Second attack. Ooh, is a 25 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Yep. And he will take another 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so that's a total of 16, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'll spend another key point to do Flurry of Blows.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
So I will go in again. So that is an 10 to hit.
It just hits.
Just hits. Oof, just as the fist glides off him. That's a 5 points of bludgeoning damage. on
5
that one.
more. Okay.
And the last one is another 25 to hit.
Jeez. Yes. Of
And
course.
That is 7 points for my last attack.
7
As I'm
points.
just like-
Yeah, you guys watch as he comes in and just starts pummeling this thing with fists. It's mostly fist attacks. Is that right?
Yeah, that is it. Yeah.
Yep.
Just elbows, fists, whatever.
That's cool.
throwing all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yep, and that, my friend, is enough. It's quite awesome. You totally take this thing down, and it just drops to the ground in a pile. Nicely
I
done.
go, ha! And I'll try and collect my stuff in a moment.
Okay, yeah, you can do that on. It'll take you a turn to like pull things off of this
fine.
bone pile. Demont.
Do I still want to turn them, or do we think we can kill them all? I want to try it. We got him. All right, cool. In that case, then I am going to, for now, hang back and sacred flame my clone here that's attacking Takros.
Okay, let's do it.
So that is 6 damage if they on a dexterity throw of 50.
All right, dex save.
Yeah.
That failed. So what was it? 6?
6 fire damage, yeah.
Okay.
Or
got
radiant
it.
damage, sorry.
6 radiant. All right, yeah. The rags on it that are like underneath whatever your equipment would be just go up in flames and start to burn for a moment. Anything else
Perfect.
from
And,
Demont? Do you want to move or use a bonus action or anything?
No, actually, I'm good. I'm going to hide in the corner here and keep the smell in the corner, just upwind.
Okay. All right. You stay up in the corner there, and that brings us to the top of the order with Lonan.
All right. Does this? I forgot to ask this before. Did this creature look like me physically, like other than what it's wearing?
So it's definitely like a zombie. It doesn't have like your facial features or anything like that. But as you kind of take note of the other zombies in relation to the one that you're facing down with, you can see that the one that has, well, I don't know how you would know this. One of them looks bigger, right? Than the rest of them. The rest of them all kind of look very similar. But yeah, you get a sense like these are probably humanoid or half elf or maybe half orc skeletons on the zombies themselves.
Oh, it doesn't have my luxurious black hair or my.
It has sort of like strands, clumpy strands of hair that extrude from a bald, scarred, and decayed head.
All
But
right.
it is black. It's black hair.
Huh. Interesting. I'm going. Did you say I'm up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and produce flame again since that seemed to work pretty well, and blast him from where I am.
Okay.
Let's see. Same exact thing as before. 10.
That hits.
5 this time.
5 more damage. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I mean it's whittling them down for sure, but it just snarls at you as if it's going to come your way next. Anything else from Lonan?
No.
All right.
Good.
Tackers.
All right. Now that I'm next to the guy with my stuff, I'm angry but happy as I'm going to yell at him, "Give me my stuff back, you thief!" I'm just stabbing at its face. And,
All right.
and we going reckless again, fellas, because we all in.
That's right. YOLO.
So that is a 16 to hit.
Hits.
Seven points of force damage.
Ooh.
Second stab.
Come on, buddy.
1d5 to hit.
Yes, that hits for sure. Nicely done.
8 points of damage.
8 more points, so a total of 15. Nice. Nice round. Anything else? Let's see. You talked shit. You did your action. You do you want to move?
I will move no, I'm good. I'm within range of it.
Yeah. Okay. That brings us to them. Lonan, this one is going to shamble towards you and make a couple of claw attacks at you.
I would expect nothing less.
Yep. The first one is a 14 to hit.
I would imagine that hits with me with that armor.
Yep. And the other one is a 7. I don't think that one's going to hit.
No.
All right. So the first one you take a total of 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then you kind of step out of the way as the second claw swings. Tack roars, these zombies are going to continue to attack you with advantage, I believe. So
yes,
the
my
one
AC is actually 15. Not that it should matter.
Okay, so the first one is Demont. We'll do 2 attacks at advantage. The first one is a total of 15 to hit. Second one is a 7, so that one misses. We'll do the first one that hits. That's going to be a total of 7 slashing damage. And then the one that's wearing your equipment, first attack is a 18. Second attack is a 4. Well, that's not good with advantage. But I did hit with the first one for 6 more slashing damage. You guys just watch as Tackors is taking all these attacks, but with this rage fueled sort of status, it's halved, right? Because you're raging. Nicely done. That is their turn. That brings us to Erdon.
Ah, okay. Now, I look at Tackors and be like, have you got this or do you need my help? Okay. I bolt over to where Lonan is. And I will go again. So the first attack is a 12. That hits.
A 12 hits, yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to take 6 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. 25 will hit.
Oh, yeah.
For another 5 points of bludgeoning. And I will use my bonus action to spend a key point to do patient defense. So now I'm ready.
Okay.
So everything you attack, if I get attacked, it's disadvantage.
I love it. All right, Demont.
I am going to take a look at Takrars and see if he's looking like really bloodied up. How bad is he looking physically? Takrars.
I definitely look better than half. I'm bleeding some, but I'm certainly not about to fall.
All right, so I'm not worried about you then. Okay, cool, perfect. In that case, I am going to, since we're doing okay, I'm just gonna keep lobbing things in the corner here like a little cowardly man. And I'm gonna Sacred Flame once again for 15.
Which one are you going for again?
I'm gonna demand.
Demont. All right. No, that does not succeed. Roll me some damage, please.
All right, it is going to be. Oh wait, I messed it up the damage last time, I think, because it's supposed to be 2d5 or 2d8 rather. Let's see.
Oh,
this is 2d8. Okay, cool. This is 8 damage.
8 more damage. All right.
Yep.
Love it. All right, you're gonna stay put back there.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay put, and I'm also going to actually put a Shield of Faith with my bonus action on Tarkros. So plus 2
sweet.
AC.
Nice.
There we go.
Love that.
There we go. Very cool.
That's the cleric clutch play right there, people.
That really is. I love that. All right, awesome. We'll go back up to the top of the order, Lonan.
All right. It's worked so far, so I'll do it again. That is a hit. For another 8 points of damage.
And you're using what again? The
produce flame.
Produce flame. All right. Yeah. You fire that flame at this creature that has stepped right in front of you, and it burns to the ground and drops into a pile of bones and your gear.
Sweet.
All right. That brings us to tack roars.
I mean, stab seems to work, fellas, so I'm just right at the face hitting the dude with my stuff. I don't want to damage my equipment, you understand?
You snap the knife by accident. Oh, fuck.
I didn't have a helmet, so it's all good. So we stand reckless.
All right. And you're going after the one that has your stuff?
It's a 20 and a 3 on the die.
All right. I
you rolled a 20?
like a nat 20.
Yes.
I like that.
Nice. Get it.
10 points of force damage.
Whew. Okay.
I'm also on that nat 20 using my Fortune's Blessing, which is a luck domain feature. I am going to give him an extra advantage on one attack roll.
Ooh,
before the end of your next turn. So attack rolls will get another advantage on his attack.
Nice.
All right.
Or whenever
Very
he
cool.
wants to use it.
And a 14 to hit.
Also hits.
7 points of force damage.
Ooh, this thing is nearly dead. Well, I mean, it is nearly dead because it's undead, but it is almost dropped to the ground, but not quite. For some reason, it's still hanging on. Well, you want to do anything else? Tack roars?
It's a stab party.
It really is.
Like a stab party.
That's right. All right, so that is your turn. They are going to attack you again. Did you roll reckless?
Absolutely.
Yes, you did. These are those good decisions.
But now my AC
first
is
one-
17.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one misses with the first attack. Second one, I just rolled a 17. That's going to hit. So a total of 8 piercing damage, or excuse me, slashing damage. And then the second one, first attack is I rolled a 17 again on the die. That's going to be 4 more slashing. And then its second attack. No, that misses. 13 misses you with the bonus from your friend. All right, so you take another bit of damage, but hold your own as the second one misses you. That brings us to Erdon.
All right. I'm gonna book it over to there, and I'm gonna attack the one that is called Tack Rolls. Not the real Tack Rolls, the undead Tack Rolls.
All right,
So
let it
going
rip.
in. So that is a 22 to hit,
Oh yeah, that hits.
and that is 5 points of bludgeoning for the first one.
Yep,
First
that's
attack.
that's all it took as you dropped that into a pile.
Punch straight through its skull.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah!
Hey, thanks for the follow rolls revamped. Really appreciate that. Great to see ya.
And then I'll move up to there. And I will spend my last key point to give it Flurry of Blows.
That's
There we go.
awesome.
So that is 24 to hit.
Yes, of course.
Yes. 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And that's another 10 to hit on that second one.
If it meets, it beats.
Yep. And that is going to be another 5 points of bludgeoning damage. But
Very nice.
What I'll do is I'll use my Crusher feat, which means as I hit it, I push it back 5 feet away from me. So I give it like a palm strike, and it moves 5 feet away from me.
I love that. That's cool. It is
And that is
still
what I
up,
can
but it is beat, and it looks like it's about to fall apart. It sort of reels as it looks back at in your direction, but it is not their turn yet. It's Damont's turn.
So it's my boy left, and it's me. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take 5 feet up and just sacred flame him in the face again.
All right. I rolled a 16 on the die.
Ooh, that's a save. You're good.
Okay. Yep. It kind of burns a little bit, but it sort of misses anything that does damage to this creature.
I was hoping I'd have like a cool moment where I got my stuff back. Oh, just someone help me, please.
Lonan, you hear him sort of muttering this.
Hey, whatever helps morale. Whatever.
And it is your turn, Lonan. What would you like to do?
All right. Well, that one in front of me is still up, so I will produce Flame On again.
All right.
Hit.
Okay.
16 on the die, and then another 8 points of damage.
8 points. Okay. Not
Does your
quite
fire
down.
do that?
He's still there.
Still up. Yeah. Not looking great, though. Anything else from Lonan? Do you want to move at all or use a bonus action?
No, don't really have anything good
Okay.
at this point. So,
All right. Tack roars.
Now, feeling Damont's frustration to not hit his own person, I'm going to use that, and with 40 feet of movement, that allows me to run around this thing twice.
All right.
I don't ever leave its attack zone, but it's... I could literally run around it twice to go right back to where I was, like I'm winding up the knife and in the face.
Nice.
Not reckless, but using the advantage that he gave me.
There we go.
So that is a 10 to hit.
Just
Because I rolled
hits.
a 1 and a 5.
I was so hoping you would miss with that flourish because I was going to laugh right at it.
Yeah.
If it meets, it beats.
I'm a little dizzy. God, what the crap? 6
Projectile
points of
bullets.
6 points of force damage.
Yeah, that's all you needed as the creature goes down in a pile of bone and flesh. You look down at your feet. We're out of initiative order for the moment. You look down at your feet and you can see that the flesh of these creatures is starting to like writhe. There's something moving underneath the flesh now. Now that they're still, you can see that rippling across whatever flesh is left. And it doesn't look good. What are you guys going to do in this moment?
gross.
Rip my stuff off as quick as possible.
Basically, get as much, do that.
All right,
Mine's-
everybody, or go ahead.
Mine's still up, yeah?
No, they're all down.
Oh, they're all down.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. Yeah, take my stuff off as quickly as I can.
All right, everybody give me a dexterity check as you are trying to pull your gear. And we'll see the number of successes in this group check is going to be very important.
That's a 9 for me.
Okay, that's a failure.
16.
16 is a success.
13.
13 is a success.
19 on the die.
Nice.
19 is a success.
Yes.
Very nice. So you all begin to pull the material off of these zombies. Lonan, as you are doing so, the creature's skin starts to split open.
Oh no, that's no good.
And you look down as this pustule, this milky sort of fluid erupts from it. I need you to make a con save, please.
On save. The 15 on the die.
Okay, that's a success.
Plus
So you
2.
succeed in the con save, but you're going to take half of this poison damage.
Aha.
Because you succeeded, you will not be poisoned.
However, you said poison damage.
It is poison damage.
I am immune to poison because of my periapt.
Then you take no damage whatsoever, but you are covered in this strange, milky, kind of clear, green-hued substance.
I look down curiously at it and kind of take a little bit. Oh yeah, that's potent. That's good stuff. I tried to collect a little bit of it with some of my vials in my equipment.
Sorry,
Yeah,
what can you do with that? Could you?
Oh, this
This
is
is-
very potent poison. Very good stuff. Don't touch it.
Is it medicinal? Maybe has there been any other uses for it?
Oh
Uh,
no.
No,
Anti-
it's just strictly bad. It's strict bad. Okay. No antidotes or anything.
You look
No?
down as you're gathering your stuff, Takros, and you can see that the flesh of this creature is starting to break as these other guys are having this conversation. And I'm just going to put the map back up here just for the fact that I've got a timer that's ticking down.
Watch yourselves.
We need to get away from this stuff.
Look,
As
if you want to leave the room, I can get you equipment for you. This stuff cannot harm me.
I'm happy with that.
Go on, quickly. Move along. Wait the next
I'm
hallway.
running away.
Yeah,
I'll strip
very
everything
smart.
as quickly as I can.
Yeah, very smart. Each of them erupts in a similar fashion and sprays this poisonous goo. But you, being immune to it, you son of a gun, I forgot about that. No, that's awesome. You're able to peel off the gear from each of these these piles of flesh and bone, and eventually dole it out to the people that you're with. You guys now have your gear back, your armor, your weapons, etc. Anything that you would have had in your gear is there.
Can I say that I collected enough for 1 vial of that poison?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. Absolutely, you can. I love that. Now, at this point, you notice as you're going through this process, Lonan, of peeling the gear, and as everybody's kind of donning their armor, if they have armor, etc., checking their equipment and the fit and everything, you can tell that there is a couple of options for where you would go next. You still hear a eerie sobbing in the direction that you've been moving.
Okay.
You hear some sort of strange, possibly slithering coming from the way that you had come. There is another offshoot hallway that leads into darkness
That we haven't tried.
that you haven't tried. So there's the way forward, which has sort of this sobbing sound. There is a dark corridor that is just silent. And then back from the way you came, you hear slithering.
Could it be? Does it sound like a very large snake making its way this way?
Funny
Okay.
enough, it does.
Okay. Making sure we're on the same page.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
Once everybody's got their gear, I say, well, we probably don't want to come the way we came from. Do we want to check out what this noise is, or try this tunnel that neither of which direction we know anything about?
I vote for the silent corridor, personally.
The silent.
Yeah. we don't want to face, and I point at what's left on the ground of these things, and we don't want to face any of these anymore.
Yeah.
Kind of believe we should maybe fight the thing we know instead of the unknown. There's enough variables here. Even with anything else, that just seems really risky to go into an even darker, strange place. Maybe we avoid that?
I'm very curious about that noise.
I don't know that the snake is going to get us out of here, so we probably should go somewhere else. Not that I'm afraid of the snake now that I've got my sword, but
So, Takror's silent corridor or the weeping corridor?
I'm more for the silent corridor.
Although I'm very curious as to what that is. Silent is good for me.
All right. So
Well, I guess we'll go towards the silent door. Okay.
safe
Trap,
to
off
assume
trap,
the
off
same
off the trap.
the same marching order. Or are you going to switch up the marching order as you delve deeper into this place?
Same.
Same.
I think the
Work?
same.
Yeah, I'm
Takrors,
happy
you
with that,
want to
yeah.
be
That's
in
good.
front, Takrors? Is
I
that, are
think
you good with that?
Oh, yes.
I love
I
it.
think anytime we decide which way to go, Takror's voice should count double because he's in the lead.
Yeah.
I make
Good
a
point.
fantastic rogue. I find all the traps. and I got my own light source as I take my flame tongue greatsword
Oh wow.
and light it up.
Nice.
Nice.
His sword lights up the cavern. You can see that the corridor that you've opted for is narrower than the others that you've been in. It starts to sort of contract almost as you continue down the corridor. Give me some perception checks, please.
Ooh. 22.
Ooh, very nice.
18.
8. Oh, I got an 8, so I
Got-
can't see anything.
I got a 9. Yeah.
Okay.
Better.
Demont, you have this like you taste this sort of metallic flavor, this sort of tang on your tongue. It's maybe hanging in the air a bit the farther you go into this narrow cavern, and it has a bit of a strange aftertaste to it. The jagged edges and rough surfaces of this narrowing hallway, which has now sort of morphed into a cavern tunnel, continues on, and you're sort of scraping past it. Takras, you're sort of one of the bigger of the party, and it's getting smaller and smaller, almost as if you may end up having to crawl.
Hmm.
Taste in the air. It's almost like an old blood or a strange blood. Anyone else smelling that or tasting that?
What now? Say again.
It's almost like an old blood or something like that. There's almost metallic tastes. You guys,
Old blood. That can't be good.
it doesn't. It's not exactly a fan of the silent corridor. The farther we go, it's,
Is it too late to turn back?
Necros don't really like crawling on the ground.
Do I feel any like air? Like there might be an exit up ahead? Anything like
None.
that? No. Okay. No, this is a bad choice, perhaps.
I think we should. I really think we should go back.
Okay, I think we should turn around before Demont has a panic attack.
Yeah.
I didn't bring underwear in my clothes.
Oh no. Just still covered in his own shit, clawing around.
So you guys do an about face and start heading back towards that junction.
I think so.
I think so.
I think we've got no choice. Yeah, that doesn't look like it's going to end well otherwise.
All right. So
Back
you
towards the weeping room.
the weeping and the slithering.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So you go back to that
Which do we
junction.
cover first?
Well, that's a great question that we should let the dice adjudicate. Shiv, give me a D100 roll.
Okay.
It's a 50-50 chance to see if you if you get to the junction before whatever it was that was slithering gets there. We'll go
It's
high
an
you
80
fly, low you die.
86.
Okay, so that's good. You get there and you can still hear slithering back from where you fought the zombies. And you can now hear again that sort of sobbing sound of a woman's voice crying in the darkness as you head farther to the west.
Yep. The lore of my people says this is either going to be a weeping woman, as we all think it could be, or it'll be very bad.
I knew all along we should have headed towards this weeping sound. It was the best choice, I feel.
I don't remember, Jose, is Lonan being a druid of the Bright Desert? Do they, and having traveled to this place, which you knew you were going to into the desert, you knew that you were seeking out some sort of ruins called Gil Kogel.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a history check.
History check.
I'm gonna drink one of my potions.
Okay.
That's an 8 on the history check.
Okay. You don't know if you're in Gilgoel still. You from what you learned from the guard who was taunting you earlier, you had been sold, right?
Right.
So you could be anywhere, but you know that the ruins of the peoples who lived in the desert back when it was a verdant, beautiful place, bountiful. You know, there were these cities and these nation states around this region, and they had large palaces with what you have learned from reading and speaking with your people, ancient sprawling catacombs beneath them, so that you could be in any one of these palaces deep beneath the surface of the desert.
Yeah, so I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we could be where we were, but more likely we're not, and we're somewhere in the same civilization, but maybe not in the same building, is my guess.
Yeah, I would say sort of the architectural sort of essence is similar to what you had seen when you went into the mummy's tomb.
Yes.
You know, of that same cultural sort of vibe.
They're known for their they were known for their high magic as well. So this could be interesting.
As you continue forward, let's go like this. Demont, give me a D6 roll, please.
1.
Oof.
Okay. Tackerers, you're in the front, and you guys aren't necessarily moving quietly per se. It didn't sound like to me, but you do stop at a corner before proceeding because you're not dumb. You've seen that things can be right around the corner. You know, so you do hear more sound of creatures ahead, growling and snarling. You can see the path continues forward straight, or around the corner to your right is where the snarling is coming from. As you peek over, you can see, do you use your sword to illuminate the hallway?
Absolutely.
Okay, you can see that there is a pile of ghouls that appear to be tearing something apart, some sort of insectoid creature, maybe like a giant centipede perhaps, and they are devouring it.
Don't mind us. We're just continuing towards the weeping.
Yes, the weeping. You continue.
Does the hallway seem to have any elevation shift up, down?
Ooh, I would say, yeah, it does. You do get a sense that it's ascending gently.
Okay. All right, well, that's good.
I think that's a good idea. We've gotten lucky twice now with the snake. I don't think we're gonna get a third stroke of luck. So maybe we just keep going, avoid anyone else.
I think as soon as we well, we'll see. Let's be as stealthy as possible when we get past this corner and continue straight.
Yes.
All right, you continue on further into this complex. Give me a perception check, Tack Roars. Perception check.
I'm going to use the advantage that I was given.
Okay. I think that's a good
My
idea.
friend Garner.
Thanks, Garner.
That's much better. That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
That's much
you're,
better than a 7.
You pick up on something ahead that looks suspicious, and you can see that the floor that you're walking on now, back to this broader sort of 10 to 15 foot wide corridor, there on the floor, there is not just one stone, but a whole section of stones that is, actually, it's like this. You're walking this way, and it's sort of like down, as if there's a very difficult to see slide or maybe a hinge on the floor panel. It covers.
Hey guys,
It covers
I think I found some bad stuff.
It goes from side to side, so you can't walk around it. It looks like, and then also it's probably about 10 feet from one end to the other end if you were to try to traverse it.
So leaping it would be 10-foot jump. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well.
You're gonna jump it? All
What's
right.
below? Can we see what's below?
You can creep up and take a look.
Yeah. Take
Yeah.
a peek down.
Yep. You come over and you sort of like push on the floor panel, and it's definitely on a swivel. So if you were to have stepped on it, it would have fallen out and swiveled out of place behind you and dropped you 10 feet to what looks like a bunch of spikes, iron spikes. Ooh. And you can see the remains of some skeletal corpses down there.
All right. Perhaps whoever goes across should take a rope, just in case.
All right.
I give I look at after Takor says that, I look at him and like, please don't fall, and I give him guidance. Nice.
All right. So yeah, why don't each of you, if you're gonna jump across, and if you're gonna use the rope, you can roll with advantage. Give me an athletics check.
Then I'll just guidance everyone and go last then.
Perfect. So you all have a D4 to add, right?
Yeah. Athletics with advantage.
With advantage, and then add a D4. You guys should be able to do this.
Okay, thank God.
15.
Success.
23.
Big success. Looks cool.
Just run along the wall.
yeah, exactly.
18.
Success. Also looks pretty cool.
11.
11 is just a success. But you like slip a little bit and grab onto the rope and like hold onto the rope and get yourself to the other side of this thing.
I feel like we both slipped the same way, but because by chance I just look cooler doing it. It just spins me in the right way.
A little bit of luck.
Yeah.
I love that. You guys continue forward into the darkness. You've got some illumination now. Do you have full gear illumination? You're just sort of going down this corridor? Or are you trying to...
the sword, right?
Sword is 40
sword,
feet.
Yeah, okay, that's a lot of light. All right.
Yeah.
So you hear the sobbing getting slightly louder now as you continue on. Takors, give me a D6 roll.
I thought you'd never ask. 5.
A 5. You move forward for a bit of time, the sobbing getting louder, and you take a step forward, Takros, and you hear crunch underneath your boot. And you look down, and there are bones littering this hallway as if someone swept them up and put them in here. And you're going to have to climb over them to continue on. Or you could backtrack.
Nope, going forward. I don't make any noise walking either.
Because?
Boots of elven kind.
Very nice.
Ooh. So I feel the crunch. I don't hear the crunch. Sounds like the best cereal ever.
I don't know. I like hearing the crunch of cereal, but maybe not of bones underneath my feet.
Bone cereal.
Yeah, right. All right, who's going second?
Like whoever's in the
Okay.
order, right?
You watch
I'll
as
go
Takros
second.
kind of climbs up over this mound of bones and kind of disappears with the light glowing on the other side of it. Erdon, you're going to go next.
Yeah, I'll go next.
All right. You climb over it as well. And as you do, you start to feel it shift underneath your feet. The whole pile of bones, they start to grind over them. And you race across to get to the other side with Takors. Who's going next?
It'd be me. I'm not gonna use the bones. I'm just gonna call over and be like, how about that rope again? Yeah, guys, can I have the rope?
Yeah. Throw the
Someone
rope
like go
back.
down the rope? Yeah. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. And I'll climb up the rope and try to avoid the bones in general.
Yeah, I mean, you
Sort of
basically have to
anchor
like
him in the
you have to walk over the bones to get there, but you can have the rope to steady you. But it's like a hallway with a pile of bones that got kind of all pushed
okay. There's no
in
like
there.
side to it.
There's
Okay.
no sides. So you kind of have to like climb up and over the other side of this bone pile that obscures your vision.
Then I'll use the rope just to alleviate the amount of pressure I'm putting on them.
All right, give me a dexterity save as the pile starts to shift beneath you.
Nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the minute it starts to shift, you like step it into like double pace and you just and get over and jump down off of the bone pile next to your companions. Lonan,
Yeah, I can't see my companions. I can just see the light. Yes.
you can see a little bit of light kind of illuminating over the top of this mound of bones.
All right. Whatever has happened is probably been loosened up by my compatriots real good by now. So I'm gonna yell over, "Hey, kawaii." That means friend, by the way. I probably told you that by now. You're gonna see a giant spider come over on the ceiling. That's me. Don't shoot.
Good warning.
And I'm gonna turn into a giant wolf spider and just go up and around.
Very cool. You climb up on the ceiling and kind of scurry across.
And I'll wave at them with one of my mandibles.
Do you stay on the ceiling or do you drop down or just what
I'm
do
gonna
you do?
stay
when
on
you
the
get to the
wall. I'll stay on the wall. And I'll point forward, and I'll point at Takors, and then I'll point at me, and then I'll start going ahead of Takors.
Okay.
Not on the floor.
Okay. So Spider Lonan crawling on the wall sort of takes off going forward down the corridor. The rest of you, I assume, are motivated to follow. And
Yeah, I follow along side by side, I guess, now with Shiv, since there's no backline.
okay.
Yep.
That works for me. As you're doing this, you hear the bone pile sort of grinding against each other, bone on bone, and you look back and you can see this amorphous amalgamation of bones rising up unnaturally from this pile. And it looks at you as you're sort of walking away, looking over your shoulder. It sort of forms into this huge skull and just looks at you as you walk away. And then you hurry around a corner and it disappears from your view.
What are these lands and magic that I'm stuck in?
You don't want to know.
Something very, very, very terrible, my friend. Something very bad.
Yes, they did some bad things with magic, and well, they're no longer around, and most of their people turned into scorpion. Oh, I'm a spider. I can't say.
You just hear the spider going,
Does anybody speak spider?
I'm sure that was insightful.
It does seem like it was some interesting wisdom being passed down to us.
Okay. As I'm moving along, I'm gonna look at the floor just to put two eyes on where Takors is gonna step behind me. But I'm on the wall, saying.
okay. You continue forward and you get to a spot where the hallway continues in the direction you've been traveling. You can also see that there are corridors to the left and to the right. The one straight ahead, you hear a loud sobbing, a female sobbing, now very loud as if somewhat close. To the left, if you were to turn, you hear some sort of chanting, almost voice-like, not quite words that you understand as language, but perhaps a song. To the other direction, it is dark, and you hear a skittering just kind of for a moment race across in the darkness.
It's my people. Singing, does it sound, is it in Flan? Ancient Flan? Or
no, it's not.
No?
And it seems like it doesn't even seem like language. Like there's no real syntax to it, or but it's sort of melodic, more of a chant kind of vibe.
And neither of these corridors has a more steep upward grade than the one we're currently on?
They all seem about the same.
About the same. All right. I say we continue with our original plan. I convey that by just sort of pointing the way we're going.
Towards the sobbing?
Yes.
Okay.
Wouldn't seem sure. I particularly don't think any of the dark alleys have been very good for us.
Yeah.
It seems like silent tunnels are not for us. I say, our spider friend says, follow. I think we follow.
I don't think spiders have shoulders, but I'd be shrugging. Right?
Sure.
You just put two legs up.
Spider eyebrows.
Continue on.
All right, you guys continue on into the space with Spider Lonan leading the way on the wall. Lonan, you crawl forward, continuing to hear the sound of sobbing growing louder and louder, the darkness sort of peeling away as you follow yourselves through this tunnel. You do get a sense now that it begins to rise again, and you're ascending, the sound of sobbing becoming louder and louder, and eventually, Lonan, you stop on the wall as you look forward into a more cavernous room. You can hear, as if they're next to you, a woman sobbing from this room. Your friends come up behind you, and you're all kind of standing just out of the sort of room itself, the threshold. What are you going to do?
Well, they can all see and hear what I'm seeing and hearing, yes?
Yes, all of you can see and hear this.
We can't see her, no?
You don't see the source of whatever it is. You see a room that is shrouded in shadow. Even with your lightsaber held aloft, it still seems as though there is some sort of a magical darkness that pervades the space. It's not 100% dark, but it's not the same amount of light being given off by your sword.
It feels kind of awkward that we've heard this crying for like hundreds of yards in here. Nothing natural about this, fellas.
I'm starting to feel quite uneasy.
I'm going to point at my companions and be like, and then I do like a motion of like 10, and then I get on the ceiling and go in, and I'm going to see if I can blind sight anything or the location of anything.
All right. So Spider Lonan goes in. Give me a perception check. What are the rest of you doing?
What did he mean? What's he doing?
I think he's going to find out, and we wait here for 10 seconds and then charge in. I think that's what he meant.
So I've got I got a 20 on the perception. I have blind sight 10 feet and dark vision 60 feet.
All right, you definitely see the source of the sobbing. Okay. As you come in the corner of the room. There is a woman dressed in a gown that is tattered and torn, not looking at you or noticing your presence, just standing there, head sort of bowed down, just sobbing.
Yeah, don't like that at all. Not one bit. Does her what she's wearing, is that contemporary, or is that from the ancient civilization that I'm totally blank on?
Are you historically proficient? Your character?
Am I? No.
All right. You can give me a history roll. It'll just be a harder DC because you're not really trained in history per se.
17 on the die.
17. It looks as though it's hard to say what era it would be from because you're not a historian or a studier of history necessarily, but it does look as though at one time it was very well made, fancy. It's got some patterning on it that looks, it's not like servant's garb. It's not like common folks' robes. This would potentially be someone of importance, maybe.
I did see a mummy lord with its servants that might have been wearing some sort of garments from that era. If that helps, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, possibly.
Okay.
Possibly. The rest of you spring into action and race into the room at the count of 10. Is that what happens?
Before 10, if I can, two things. I like to see if I can see an exit.
Yes.
Can I see it? Okay, I can see an exit.
Across the room, there is an exit that continues into darkness.
I'd like to scuttle back to my friends as quickly as possible.
Okay.
And turn back into myself.
Okay.
And
Dagros is sweating a little bit as he's trying to count to 10.
One.
Dan's holding up fingers like 9, 2,
9.
yeah, you got it, bud. And then
It's so encouraging.
Just
I love that.
Shouted, 10, let's go. Oh, you're
I
back.
I immediately feel bad that I didn't consider one of my companions might not be literate or know how to count. And I come back and I change into myself and say there is a woman in the corner wearing an old tattered dress. Looks to have been probably of nobility, maybe. She doesn't look like she is well, it could be an old dress. I don't know if she's exactly what she appears to be, but there is an exit straight across. Perhaps we shouldn't engage. She's sitting in the corner with her head down. All these fairy tales of my people say that is a bad sign.
Sounds
Bad omen,
pretty cursed.
Mm.
Pretty cursed.
So what you're saying is we sneak by and then
We either sneak by or sprint across to the exit as quickly as possible.
I'm not much of a runner. Maybe we try the sneaking process.
across the camp.
Yeah.
It is very dark in there is the problem. Obviously. If you bring light, she might notice us. I wouldn't recommend looking in her direction though. I have a
Is she
a
really
hunch.
ugly? Is she hideous or something?
No, she's not looking up though. See, that's the problem. I
Dave,
couldn't tell, and nor do I want to find out.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since I like science and potions and random shit, now that I have my stuff back, what are the chances I have something on me that's some untested potion that I might want to try to use here?
Like a no labeled random potion?
Yeah, science experiment
Bargain
number
bin.
327.
I would say that the likelihood is probably pretty good.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I love
Okay.
this.
I think everyone is just gonna talk and I'm just gonna chug some weird purplish neon
my
kind of
God.
drink and say a little prayer to Noribo.
Give me a D100
Can I just-
roll.
Yeah.
And does your prayer to Norbo give you any sort of mechanical benefit, do you think, at this point?
No, this is flavor.
Okay. All right.
This is purely flavor. 19.
Take a fan
19.
chance.
Maybe I grow stealth legs. I don't know.
Roll a D4.
Stealth legs.
D4?
D4, please.
Okay. 3.
3. Okay. So you quaff the potion and it stings and burns as it goes down into your stomach, and it feels unsettling for a moment, and you belch. And all of a sudden, you start to feel yourself float off the stone floor of this cavern, and you are hovering, levitating 1 foot above the ground. And this effect will last for 3 hours.
Oh wow.
All
I
right.
give you guys some, but I don't have any, but
At this point,
Is that what you're saying?
At this point, Takro smiles real big and says, 10! Is it time to go?
Oh, you're just waiting for that one.
Should we tie a rope onto Demand and make him into a balloon? What do we say?
Basically, we just walk into the room with a creepy woman with a guy on a balloon and just walk past.
I like this idea. I don't have to run. I could be air support.
Perfect.
Good idea.
That's one less roll.
Are the rest of us going to sneak in and try and make it across?
I try to describe the room as best as I can as far as like where the exit is. Because it's some sort of supernatural darkness beyond, right?
Right.
Would we be able to I don't know, would we be able to hold on to you and you lead us through quietly?
Sure,
Since
everybody
would
hold
that work?
Hold on to the next person's shoulder.
Yeah.
I'll
Like a sneak train.
unflame the sword so that it's darker.
Okay.
I am going to bless everyone using a second level slot, so it includes myself as well. Well, I'll do it as soon as we enter, so because it's only a minute. So I'll do it as soon as we actually enter and prepare it.
Hopefully it doesn't take a minute to cross this room.
Hopefully.
Yeah, right.
As the flame goes out on my sword, a single tear comes down my face.
Aw.
Just remember the good times.
That's really
remember the good
sweet.
times.
I missed this sword very much for a while, guys, so...
I thought it's because you got
okay.
the 10. I thought that's why.
Sense of achievement. Just
God.
tears.
Right?
Oh my God. All right.
Next
So
time
who's
out,
who's
Tekro.
leading the charge here? Is it
I'll go
Takros?
first since I know
All right.
the way.
Lonen's going
the way.
first. Okay. So you can see I'll do some the girl. Let's put her in here. Where is she?
Quote unquote.
Yeah, the woman who
Quote,
is
unquote.
crying. She ends up being. No, I don't want to use that. I'll get in trouble if I use that token.
All right. So who's got the balloon, the Demon's balloon, tied around their waist? All right, cool. So I'm
That's
gonna
a
be
good
just
question.
floating around a foot or two off the air, just like stuck, like just being dragged along in the air, flying backwards.
Are you just
All right.
like across the roof, like pushing yourself along like an astronaut?
No, I think I'm only like a couple feet off the
Yeah,
ground.
you're
Oh,
one
okay.
foot.
So
one
it's
foot.
like I'm being driven across, but instead of on the ground, I'm on the air.
Got ya.
But
Got
you
ya.
could do a moonwalk action.
I could.
Totally. Yeah.
Roll for flare.
Exactly. All right, so you go in first, Lonan. I don't know if you can see the map in the Owlbear, but I've got a map up. You guys are kind of pulling Demont through the space. I love this.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
And
I'm
you
just
can
gonna
see,
go straight.
yeah, you can see the woman. I need everybody to roll initiative, but you can see the woman over here in the corner with her head bowed, and she's just sobbing. There's sort of this open space in the middle of the room. And then you can see across that there are stairs here that go up to a doorway and beyond another set of stairs. So everybody, first of all, roll initiative.
Okay.
15 to 20.
20.
16.
Okay. What's your dex? Tokrors?
+2. 14.
Okay. All right. Attack roars. And then I'm sorry, Erdon, what did you have?
16.
16 for Erdon, 10 to 15.
10.
10 for Lonan. And Demont?
4. As I'm being dragged around, which is actually really appropriate.
It really actually it is.
is.
Yeah. All right. So here's what happens, because I have the highest initiative.
Womp womp.
Yep. And you
How
guys,
convenient.
as you step into the room, you look over and you can see this woman in the corner sobbing. And you can see in front of you in the center of this room, this vague amorphous shape start to rise up from the rubble in this room. It's a sprawling mass of rippling tentacles twisting about the space.
That
And
I did not see, guys. I didn't see this.
beneath it, you see this gelatinous substance amongst the tentacles that elicits sort of another sense of nausea. You now know that as well. You can see there is a long tentacle that extends from this mass towards the woman crying in the corner, as if the two are connected to each other via this umbilicus.
Oh no.
Um,
Oh no.
it's not good. It's not good at all. But luckily, I have the initiative here. As that thing forms in front of you, it is going to cast. Yeah, it's going to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Oof.
Which I have not. I don't know if I've used this one before. So let me bring it up here.
The dancing one.
Yeah, Hypnotic Pattern. Okay, cool. There's a twisting pattern of colors that weaves within a 30-foot cube right in front of you. The patterns appear momentarily, but then vanish. I need each of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Right.
Oh no.
Wisdom. I got that one. I have that one.
Wisdom save, please.
25.
That is successful.
16 for me.
Fail.
Womp womp.
Hang on.
19.
19, success. Was that everybody, or
No, my thing just crashed, so hang on, just have to reload. What was it? Wisdom, sorry. Wisdom saving
yes,
throw?
wisdom save? Yep.
Mhm.
Ooh, 18.
18. If it meets, it beats.
Ooh.
So, all of those of you who succeeded, you become enamored by this wondrous creation before you. You feel no sense of hostility towards it. You feel no sense of fear even. You feel as though you are akin.
Succeeded
To
or
it.
failed?
Succeeded.
Oh.
For those of you who failed, you feel these same emotions, almost love for this thing. You are incapacitated and your speed becomes 0.
Womp womp.
No.
This is not good.
This is not good.
Oh,
I was so confident. Success. Come on. Yes. No.
Wait, so I feel no way towards it, right? I feel at peace with this thing
Yeah.
because I
You-
passed. Okay.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
All right.
Your condition is charmed, for the sake of mechanical definition. But yeah, you feel like this thing means you no harm. It's beautiful. Look at this creation. Going through the initiative order here, Takros, what do you do as you feel these emotions and have these thoughts in your mind?
I'm thrilled that we have a new friend. I still want to leave.
Okay.
I'm just because we had a plan to go by and go up the stairs, and it's been a while since I've seen the daylight. I'd like to see some daylight. And I don't know if you know this, but I'm the first man with a Demont balloon in the history of the Brightlands. So I got a prize.
That's true. You need to prove this happened.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, you're not like relegated to have to stand still. In fact, because you passed, you still have your mobility. It's the folks that didn't pass the save that are incapacitated and have no movement. So yeah, you can attempt to walk past this thing
I'm
and
pretty much high kneeing it. I'm like, yeah, woo.
All right. So go ahead and you're going to take your movement. Are you going to dash as well with your action?
I mean, yeah, let's go. That's 80 feet.
I will say this. I'm going to say this. I'm going to jump in here because you don't feel any danger from this thing. You have this sense of sort of like safety. So I'm going to say you can move your movement, but I don't think you would run. I think you would just walk casually into the space.
40 feet.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah, I was about to say, as I see like Takro's about to start running, because I'm still behind him on like the rope. I was gonna be like, hey, dude, we're still rush, man. What's
the rush?
True.
We're fine. You just take your time.
We're good.
All right, so Takros, go ahead and move your token.
I mean, I look you in the face and nod, and I'm like, yeah, 10.
10. That's the code now.
That means go.
All right, so Takros, go ahead and place your token. We'll go to Erdon next.
Okay, so
I mean, I basically can get like here. That's, I mean, whatever happens. Well, I guess I wouldn't get in the way of the thing between them. I wouldn't want to break that up. So I'm on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to step over the umbilicus.
No. I could trip.
No.
I might lose my balloon.
It's rude.
No.
All right, Erdon, what are you going to do?
So I pass. I got whatever the wisdom roll was at 16.
Yep.
So what does that mean? Do I
you don't
feel any
fear
threat
this
from
thing? Nope.
Okay.
Nope. You feel a sense of like peace with it. It's beautiful to you.
Okay, well, I'm going to use all my movement to get to there then. Down to 45 foot, yeah.
Okay.
Just wander over that way. I'm walking.
You also notice as you are walking towards it that your friend is tarrying behind. Lonan, what are you doing?
I guess I'm just standing there.
You are completely enthralled by this thing. You've never seen anything like this. You've never heard stories of this. This is a new species of immense beauty.
And can I speak?
You are, what is it? You're incapacitated. Is that correct? You cannot take actions or reactions, but you can speak.
Okay, then what you just said is what Lonan is saying. I've never seen anything this beautiful. I've never read anything about this. Is beyond my experience.
Demont,
I'm just standing in place.
Yeah, you hear this, and your friend doesn't come with you, and you're being pulled along as a balloon by your half-orc friend, and it's a beautiful experience, and everything seems as though it should. It seems perfect.
I'm at peace, but do I still sense that Lonan is overreacting? Do I feel like his emotion, like, am I able to perceive that? Because I want to see if I can reason myself into casting calm emotions, depending on the state that I'm in from this.
Yeah, you succeeded on the wisdom save, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that let's do this. Give me a D100 roll. We'll give it a 50-50 chance. High you fly, and you're able to take note of your friend's condition being strange.
Ooh, 58.
Yeah. So you look back and you're like, why isn't he coming with us? That's silly. Lonan? And he's just like almost tears rolling down his cheeks as he's looking at this thing.
It's beautiful.
It's glorious.
Dude, I know. Like, she's okay. I cast calm emotions and I'm like, you're not in her league, man. Come on. You're not that guy. It's okay. Let's just admire it. Come on, man.
Look at all the tentacles.
They're amazing.
Never happened to me before, guys.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like this. I've never Googled anything like this either.
Oh, thanks for the raid, folks. I'm just now realizing that we got raided.
Wow.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for the heads up, Chad. I appreciate that. I totally haven't been watching the chat. Thank you all for being here. We're playing some Dungeons and Dragons. We're lost in the bright desert. We're trying to escape from a dungeon that we found ourselves waking up in, and we're encountering a strange creature that is making everyone feel at peace and connected. All right, so do you cast Demont, you cast your spell? Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to cast Calm Emotions on, I guess, anyone in a 20-foot sphere, but really I'm targeting Lonan.
Okay.
And mechanically, you can suppress any effect causing a target to be charmed or frightened. And it's a spell saving throw for charisma 15, but he can also choose to fail it. But that's up to you guys.
Lonan?
I mean, I would choose to fail it. It's my new buddy.
All right. Yeah. So the calm emotions wash over you. What happens at that moment for a little flavor, Jose?
Does it counter what's going on with me?
Read the description again, Omar.
Yeah. So you attempt to suppress strong emotions in a group of people. Each humanoid in a 20-foot choose in a target range must make a charisma saving throw. A creature can choose to fail this throw if it wishes. If a creature fails its saving throw, choose one of the following 2 effects. You can suppress any effect causing a target to be charmed or frightened. And when the spell ends, any suppressed effect resumes, provided its duration has not expired. Or I can make it indifferent about a creature of your choice.
Yeah. So Lonan, the charming effect completely washes away as you look forward and you see this grotesque aberration.
Run! That's what
You yell run.
And I take off.
Okay.
Let's not overreact now.
Before we get to you, as this charade falls away for you, Lonan, you see the emotion in the corner. You see this woman's head rise.
It was just the lighting. It made it.
Looks over at you with these hollow eyes, no eyeballs in the sockets, and just
I knew it. This I've read about.
And at this point, the creature's tentacles start to violently shift and shimmer, and they each come out at each of you. And you can see this, really the only one that notices at first is Lonan, but at the ends of each of these tentacles is some sort of lined mouth with teeth protruding, and it looks as though it's about to grasp onto each of your friends. So I'm going to go ahead and make an attack roll for this thing. First on, we'll go on attack roars first. That's going to be a 20 to hit.
Sure.
You take 24 piercing damage as this thing latches onto the back of your head and just kind of like almost tries to pick you up, although it can't really, but it starts to pull on you to hold you in place. You also feel as though, well, actually give me a con save. I have an advantage too. Oof. I'm going to use that.
Oh.
I think we still have the community advantage as well, I believe.
18 for the con save.
Okay, yeah, you are able to push back the poison that starts to seep into your body again. Now for Demont, that is a dirty 20 to hit you.
Ooh, yeah, that is. Oh, yeah, it is.
For 24 piercing damage, I need you to make a Constitution save as well. Another one comes for Erdon. That's only a 16 to hit.
That still hits.
I rolled a 5 on my save.
Oh no. You feel this, something is injected into your body and it stings and burns. All right. Roll a d4, Omar.
2.
Okay. You're going to have to subtract 2 from your next roll.
Okay.
And Shiv, what did you roll?
I rolled. Oh, what am I supposed to roll?
Oh, no, you didn't get hit. You didn't get hit.
Everyone's blessed. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, it did hit you.
16 hits me. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. So give me the con save. You took 24 piercing. What does the bless do for us again? They should do that in a
D4 to saves and attacks.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's start doing that.
Yeah.
We're going to need it. We're going to need it.
Oh, that's not good. Hang on, D4.
What do you got, Shiv?
Ooh. 12. Oh my
12.
God's sake.
Roll a d4
Yeah.
as you are injected with this, whatever this is.
Okay. And how much damage did I take? 24.
You took 24, yep. And now we're going to see what the effect of this injection is.
D4, and I rolled a 1.
Okay, so you are going to subtract a 1 from your next roll.
Okay.
All right, so then one of these tentacles comes for Lonan.
Yeah.
That is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, so that's going to be 24 piercing. And I need a con save. And then the last one is coming towards our half-orc friend. Did I already do one to you? I already did. Okay.
Second one.
I'm losing track.
24 piercing, you said?
24, yep. And then a con save.
And is this poison?
Actually,
Poison.
it's not this time.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is. Not that you would know this, but it is a degenerative psionic slime.
Same actually.
Dave, you're a degenerate psionic slime.
All right.
You guys are doing great.
17
We really
on
are.
con save.
17 does not save, my friend. So give me a
Holy crap.
d4 roll.
2.
2. Okay, you're gonna have to subtract 2 from your next roll.
All right.
Here we go. So it is your turn, Tack Roars. Now, as this thing latches onto you and starts to try to inject you with this strange psionic slime and do massive damage to you, the charmed condition washes away instantly. You are no longer charmed by this thing. You look back at this creature that you were so enamored with, and it is just this grotesque monstrosity, and you can see the woman in the corner starting to walk towards the mass in the middle of the room. What do you do?
I rage.
I mean, yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. And there's a 1 in 8 chance that this goes strange.
Oh, that's right. We've got the wild magic going
Got
on.
a wild magic effect.
Roll for strange.
Exactly.
All right, that's an 8. So a bolt of light shoots from my chest. Another creature of my choice that I can see within 30 feet must succeed on a con save or take a d6 radiant damage and be blinded until the start of my next turn. Until the rage ends, I can use this effect on each of my turns as a bonus action.
Okay. So I'm rolling a.
Con save. This
Con
should
save.
be real tough.
I mean, there is a bonus to con saving throws for this creature.
I would think so.
Uh-oh.
What's the DC I'm trying to beat?
14.
All right, so I gotta roll a 7 or higher. I rolled a 5.
Nice.
Ooh, wow.
Suck it, blind tentacle thing.
So it cannot see you at this point. Is that right? It's
It is
blinded.
blinded until
Okay.
the start of my next turn.
Let me just double check something here. Okay, yep, I was looking for a condition immunity blinded, but it's not in there. All right, this thing is blinded. It, as you guys know, as any attacks you have would have advantage against this target because it can't see you, and its attacks against you will be at disadvantage.
Ooh,
I will also
okay.
say that you guys sense that this creature has lived here for eons,
Long time.
and that it is, while temporarily blinded, quite capable of devouring everything it finds. With that said, is there anything else, Torkra?
That
You
was
haven't
my
used your action
bonus
yet.
action.
Yeah,
And
what's
it
your
takes
action?
and it takes 5 points of damage too. Not that
Okay.
that matters.
No, that's good to know. Okay.
And,
What would you like to do with your action, my friend?
I'm going to flee towards the stairs.
Okay.
Action
gonna-
and movement. I'm hauling ass 80 feet with my cleric balloon.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. You race forward, pulling Demont behind you, floating Demont. And you, let's see. It's going to take an attack of opportunity at you with disadvantage. So 6. That is unlikely to hit. That is a total of 14.
That
Okay.
misses.
Yeah, you run past and you get to the other side of the room without a problem. Demont, we will adjudicate your attack of opportunity. Oh, actually, no, I won't be able to because it already used it. So you're pulled across with him. That brings us to Erdon.
And as you hear me running towards the stairs, all you hear is no.
Erdon.
So okay, so
You
seeing,
snap out of it. You snap out of the strange charmed condition and see this grotesque creature.
seeing Takraw's book it, I'm going to do the same. Dash 90 foot.
Okay, yeah, you run past it.
Yeah.
Let's see one thing here.
Let's just check. Yeah, I'm basically off the map. I'm gone.
Yeah, you disappear up the
Yeah, I
stairs
just
and
put myself next to Takraw's. Yeah, I'm just like, see you later.
Lonan.
All right. Are these corridors big enough for a horse?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Go for wars.
All right. I'm gonna shift into a war horse, and I'm gonna book it out of there, full movement
Okay.
towards my friends.
Hell
And,
yeah.
and I'll whinny behind my friends, sort of like
Let's go.
sort of pointing to my back. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, you blast past this creature, clippity cloppeting along the terrain, getting to the other side with your friends. You make it past whatever this elder evil creature was that lurked within this cavern, and you end up coming to another T in the tunnel. One going to the left, you can see the faint glow, the faintest of glows of light.
Ooh,
The
that
other way is complete darkness and death. Which way do you go?
Light. Oh wait, I think I dropped something. No, I'm going to the left.
As you get closer to the light, as the horse galloping along, you hear the clamor of sword fights, of shield and blade. As your eyes, as a horse, even because of the going from the darkness into the bright sunlight, you're blasted with the wind and the smell of the natural desert, the desert foliage, the cacti and the strange trees, the Joshua tree-like entities. They're blooming and it smells beautiful to you. But you look around and you can see that there are these scorpion men, huge scorpion, half man creatures with these massive great swords and axes, and they're fighting against what appear to be men and horse hybrids. There are centaurs that are racing around fighting, and there's a battle taking place as the four of you emerge, shielding your eyes and looking about. On the ground nearby, you see a battered, torn blue beret hung up in the
Basil's?
cactus.
Is that Basil's?
It's Basil's beret.
I look around for Basil.
And as you look around to find your friend who's been lost, but you still believe to be alive in your heart, will end there. As you have escaped the evils beneath this cavern system, this dungeon, and have found your way to the surface of the bright desert. Everybody, congratulations. Well done, my friends.
Yes, well done,
Well
everyone.
done. You made it out. I did not see the blind thing coming. That was great.
Wild magic.
That was
for the
a-
win.
That was
Amazing
awesome wild
move.
magic. Yeah, that was cool because that thing was ready to take you guys down. When
One
you
of
all
them
got
would have
charmed,
allowed
I
me
was
to
like,
teleport.
oh shit.
One of them would have allowed me to teleport 30 feet away,
Dude,
and
wild
that would
magic.
have been my cue to run. So That was the one I was like, if I get a 2 on this die, I'm gonna appear near the stairs and I'm running.
I'll be honest now.
And
I
then-
was down to 10 hit points.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
pretty
10
low.
nice.
hit points remaining.
I was at 24.
I was under
I
10.
didn't heal much after that other fight.
One more shot. I'm down.
If you would have
I think
teleported, Demont would have just been floating there
I know.
with no one to
told-
pull.
It would have been my second group. I would have had to tell
Oh my
stories
God.
about their demise.
Oh my God. Yeah. Hey, you guys, thank you so
Wow.
much for jumping in and playing this game on a Saturday.
Right.
Really, really appreciate it. Thanks to everybody who's been hanging out in the chat, helping our team out with some advantages and just getting goofy and being here with us. We really do appreciate having you all here. We're going to raid into somebody. I'm going to start looking for a raid target, but I would really, really like it if we went around the table here and everybody had a chance to reintroduce themselves. Tell us if you have anything going on that you want to plug, please do. And then, we'll raid and get out of here. So let's start this time with Shiv.
Hello, I'm Shiv. Thank you for this game. It's been great. It's wonderful. It's always good to play with you guys. Great to be on the Guild Superior channel, and you can find me everywhere, IO and yeah, the next episode of the Two Kobolds and the Trenchcoat podcast is out now, where we talk about preparing for sessions. So go take that listen on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Go take.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
All right, let's jump over to Jose.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jose. You can find me. I'm a artist that works in the TTRPG industry. You can find me on Twitter mostly at Judge Ortiz Art. I'll be hopefully at some point in the near future making an announcement about a project that I finished, and they're making the book. And when it comes out, I'll post there. And this has been a blast as always. Luck was on Vamp's side today. He didn't die, so that's
Yeah.
exciting. Part 3. Stay
Not
tuned.
for a lack of trying, Jose.
Yeah,
Not
right.
for a lack of
For
trying.
real. That would have been
Yeah.
his own fault.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being here. And
Thank you.
I love playing games with you, and I love your artwork. So please, if you're interested in getting some custom character art or whatever you need, go check out Jose's portfolio. It's freaking awesome. Let's jump over to Omar. What's up, Fliz?
Hello. Again, this is Flizzard or Omar. You can catch me around on the internet at Nat6 on Twitter, or Flizzard and just mostly all the TTRPG Discords. Got nothing cooking right now, but I am working on a few projects for myself, more DMing for some worlds. I am working towards my own performances and voice acting stuff. So if there's ever opportunities, if you ever like what I'm doing, feel free to hit me up. Pretty flexible, a lot of things. And other than that, just had another great time here on great channel. Guild Superior is always a great place to be, and I love my time.
Dude, thank you so much. You've got a sexy voice, so I'm sure you're going to be picking up some mad contracts. Some gigs are coming your way. In fact, I would like to get you to do my voicemail. Honestly, like, will you do? You've reached Dave's voicemail for me. I will hire you to do that. Thank you so much, dude. I'm so glad this worked out and that you were able to make this game. It's great to have you. Great to have you in the group. And last but not least, let's jump over to none other than Vamp Wickman.
Hey everyone, Vamp Wickman here, Chad. First thing I'd like to do is give a shout out to my son. Today's his 14th birthday.
Hey,
happy
Wickman, happy
birthday.
birthday, little Vamp.
Awesome.
Yep. You'll see me here Thursday for Bleak's game.
Oh, yeah.
For that, I guess I'll try to do something with a costume. I mean, you know, I know I'm lazy and don't do much with that, but anyways,
You look great.
I had a blast today, didn't die. Thank you so much, Dave, for running. Thanks to all the people that
Absolutely.
raided in. You tried hard to kill me, just not this time. You know, I was great. I was glad to have this flaming sword that I got to use as a light source, so that's okay. And, always a pleasure to be here. And then I'm really excited because next year for GaryCon, I'll be helping run the costume contest again, and we'll be dressing up for that next year. Yeah. So,
Nice.
But yeah, had fun. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, everybody. It was a pleasure playing with you guys.
Oh man, you're welcome. It's always great to have you. I'm glad that we're going to be playing together on Thursday in the Shade Song One Shot. That's going to be really fun. That'll be here at Guild Superior, 7 p.m. Central. We have, we have a part 2 of our 2-shot Call of Cthulhu on Monday that you're going to want to check out. And Tuesday we'll be back with our Here's a Greyhawk game. So we got a lot going on here. You guys, I had a blast. I really appreciate you guys jumping into play. My name's Dave. I play games, produce games, run games here on Guild Superior. I love connecting with people. So if you are interested in getting involved with some of the games we have going around here, please join our Discord server. We'd love to have you. Thanks again for all the raids and everything, you guys. We're going to go ahead and do the same. We're going to raid into Roll Positive, and they are playing some D&D. Great folks. Thank you all for hanging out. We'll see you on Monday and next week. Have a great weekend and be safe out there. We will see you later, my friends.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one, y'all.